I am a young man with no money, no car, no house, no girl. But since I was a child, I was a stupid martial artist and always believed that the truth had the power to create miracles, so I practiced all kinds of martial arts diligently. Final. Young man, don't you teach martial arts? Before the young man could finish his sentence, the protagonist punched him in the mouth. The entire group of martial arts masters at the martial arts hall were beaten into a pile in just one moment. One guy couldn't stand it anymore, so he put his hands together and begged, "We admit defeat, we will immediately come and die, please raise your voice and hit gently. Brother, please give us a little respect today." The protagonist speaks very dignifiedly. "Didn't you just say that your Daichi fist is unmatched in the world? Are you really not fighting anymore?" The guys on this side looked at him with sparkling eyes. He was Hak Lam Nan, a legendary devil. One person destroyed an entire martial arts hall. It's him. It seems his strength is not just that. You see, he hasn't even broken a drop of sweat. We have to follow him, boss. Originally, I just wanted to challenge a few people to see my own strength, but I didn't expect to receive a group of younger brothers. The crowd rushed to surround him, banging hammer and axe. Today I will let you know who has the say in this city. Come on, let them taste the power of our Lam Nan gang, the mighty boss. From then on, I took my younger disciples with me to start practicing righteous deeds in 11th City, where I lived. Occasionally, I will also run a small business, and the splendid scenery that appears is truly something that only exists in movies. Hak Lam Nan spoke up, "Bosses, the hammer and axe gang has been quelled by us. From now on we will protect this place from Hak Lam Nan. These amounts of money are all due to the people of the hammer and axe state being respectful to me." He revealed, "I will take it to invest in everyone's business, have money to make money together." Everyone present here was in tears of joy. Before, people from the hammer and axe gang used to bully us. Now that Lam Nan is here, we can finally do business properly. Mr. Lam Nan, from now on, my KTV shop will share 5 years with you. The crowd cheered. Mr. Lam Nan is awesome. Very quickly, I went from being a young man with nothing to become a big businessman with money, girls, and status. Everything is growing. Of course, there are also many stupid people who dream of killing me. The gang planned to put Hak Lam Nan in the basket, but he had never lost a battle. With just a few basic punches, they were finally on their way safely. But ironically, one day, his subordinates carried his coffin in happiness. Old Diuivu, Mr. Lam Nan is awesome. The proverb says that if you often walk in water, your shoes will get wet, but unexpectedly, I will eventually die in the hands of my people. Suddenly, a strange dimension appeared. Lam Nan wondered, "Oh, where is this?" He dreamily looked at the strange phenomenon around him, Lam Nan playing alone in the ghost room. He felt more and more confused. I remembered, it wasn't me. The image of the plane exploding appeared in his mind. Lam Nan wondered, am I dead? He panted and lamented to himself. He did not expect that Hak Lam Nan would die like that, but he did not expect that he would eventually die in the hands of his own people. It really makes people unhappy. The other female partner said, Hak Lam Nan. Hope we have a happy cooperation this time. Oh yeah, you should be a little careful lately, someone has started following you. Hak Lam Nan said, thank you for the reminder from the beautiful Dufong, but those idiots are not afraid yet. More than half of this secret conversation no one knows except me and she knew, you just need to prepare a congratulatory party. Dufong was surprised, she knew, that woman clearly knew that gun wouldn't hurt her but still took it upon herself to shield him with love. Ha, you can trust her, but I can't. Lam Nan replied, well, there is indeed something wrong. If it is reasonable to say that Chi-Nu has already arrived, why hasn't he appeared yet? Chi-Nu, why are you sending me a message now? He opened the message, honey, I have a gift to give you, prepare to receive it. From behind, through the glass window, a plane was approaching without Lam Nan's knowledge. He felt cold, turned around. Lam Nan sneered, ha, I really didn't expect that because he wanted to kill me, he even used a plane, he really was pampered too much. Dufong Qin Hai exclaimed, damn it, I'm talking to you. If you don't run away quickly, do you want to die? Lam Nan quietly replied, the plane was in front of me, there was no time, besides, my style has always been the same. The image of Long then appeared blazingly bright. Lam Nan was determined to attack from the front. Look at me, he wasn't afraid at all, he jumped straight ahead. Martial arts spreads dragon consciousness, thumps, punches and touches explode. Lam Nan braced himself to block the nose of that plane. He smiled arrogantly, always confident that he would win. Lam Nan smiled happily, indeed, even after practice, hitting an airplane with your hands is impossible. But that woman didn't have the audacity to dare plot to harm me like that, perhaps someone else took advantage of her. If I have the chance, I will definitely find that person and hash it into hundreds of photos. He was in a daze when a notification appeared. Hak Lam Nan. Lam Nan gang boss, died on May 2, 2020. Now the system has chosen the privilege of being the master to save the end of the world and be reborn through time to the end of the world. Completing the mission will give you the opportunity to return to the original world. If you refuse, you will be blown up on the spot. I would like to ask, do you accept the invitation or not? Lam Nan still doesn't understand this situation. Going back to the end of time? Complete the mission. Wait a minute, aren't these the time travel reincarnations in novels? Moreover, if you refuse, you will be exploded on the spot. Does that mean you still have to choose? He pondered. But if you give yourself a chance to take revenge, why not? Lam Nan immediately spoke up. I accept. He clicked on the word yes. A mysterious light flashed before his eyes. The female body appeared. People call it the system goddess. Welcome to system space. I am the system goddess. Now you have become the host of this system. Lam Nan was stunned. Oh, this goddess's body is not bad. The system goddess said, next you will be transported to the apocalyptic world. Before that, let me introduce you a bit about the situation at the end of the world. In 2030, a strange drink is popular globally. But what people don't know, the system goddess emphasizes mystery. The ingredients of this drink bring about very serious consequences. After the man drank that can of water, he turned into a zombie. The main food of zombies is blood, which begins to attack humans. The person caught or bitten by this zombie will become infected and become a zombie. Very quickly, the social order lost control, and the world turned into an apocalypse. The system goddess explained, therefore, his mission now is to travel back to the end of the world, rescue the people there, and let them rebuild their homeland. But at the end of the world, he will not have a chance to live again, so he must rely on his own strength to try to continue to survive. Lam Nan was surprised. What is it? The end of the world is dangerous. I'm a person who wouldn't even dare to kill an ant. You told me that walking empty-handed like that isn't looking for death. He thought to himself, yes, this system can bring death back to life. See if there is any benefit that can be earned a little. The system goddess thought about this name and felt confused. A person who doesn't even dare to kill an ant. How about destroying the plane? The devil believes you. But if he is the chosen one, we must give him more support. She revealed. Previously, the 98 chosen saviors were all killed in battle. So you are the 99th person, we will definitely provide to help you. Lam Nan was surprised. 98 The system goddess gloated. Correct. Scary yet? That's why he begged me. Please let me help you. Lam Nan replied. What is it? Has your entire army been destroyed? This system of yours is really corny. The system goddess is powerless against him. You're just so corny. Because I want to increase the chances of the savior's survival. The system will provide you with a few more skills to choose from. But you can only choose one type. Once selected, it cannot be changed anymore. So before choosing, think carefully. Lam Nan exclaimed. What is it? Is there only one type? That's really stingy. The system goddess pointed at the control panel. Skills can all be here. Once opened, you can look up the skill introduction. Lam Nan feels. Most of the lost knowledge of martial arts I have already practiced. If you choose these things, you will waste this opportunity. Suddenly, what did Lam Nan see? Sane magic. Special label. Level 0. Can level up. There is no immediate effect. Only has the basic ability to see through. Lam Nan was excited. It's decided. It's you. Synergy activated. Absorbed into his body in an instant. Lam Nan's eyes immediately changed color. He looked opportunistically at the system goddess. The young man was just like what he wished for. The goddess's pink briefs appeared before his eyes. Ha! It turned out to be pink. There are also lace panties. The goddess was furious. Throw him a punch in the mouth. Perverted. Do not use magic on me. Lam Nan complained. What kind of transformation? This is the normal route for consumers. Try the product. The goddess felt more and more confused. Why did I choose this name as my savior? Leave it, leave it. Because big things must be small. She advised Lam Nan again. Such powerful magic, but you only see through it? Let me tell you that. This dong magic also includes a system of functions called dong dong. In the end of the world, gold and money have completely lost their original value, but in your hands, they can play a huge role. Because using the leveling system to make yourself stronger, you can even open the bronze gate to return to your original world. His current level of dojo magic is already golden level 0, the ability to see through. Lam Nan realized, oh, the copper gate, so this cripple can let me return to the original world? Ha ha ha, those idiots who killed me, I'm sorry, unintentionally letting me be reborn is declaring your death. The system goddess further explained that in addition to skills, the system also gave him a large gift. Inside were canned goods, fruit and a dagger enough to last a person for 20 days. You can use your thoughts to get it out, you have to take advantage of them, good luck. That's right, here's a warning, killing a zombie will bring a surprise, bye-bye. The goddess said and then disappeared. Lam Nan saw that he was also transforming, his body immediately disappeared as well. In the blink of an eye, he was in a room. Lam Nan was curious, where is this? There was a noise behind him. Ha! A naked woman appeared vaguely behind the curtain. Lam Nan lost blood. Did he have benefits so quickly? No, am I such a lustful person? This place is just the end of the world, there are zombies everywhere, don't be negligent. Let me use my dong magic to see what's behind it. His eyes immediately activated. Oh my goodness, attacking the eyes is an image that couldn't be hotter. Now there is no more doubt. After stopping the bleeding, Lam Nan quickly calculated, this is human, no, this is the first time the end of the world has come, so be careful. Maybe the zombies in this place are all like that? Something rushed from behind the curtain. Lam Nan felt guilty. He was able to dodge that fatal knife, howling. That person quickly took the dress and casually threw the knife spinning in the air. It was a woman, not a zombie. She discovered Lam Nan's intrusion. He thought to himself, his skills are not bad, he has skill. The little girl rushed forward, sword in hand. She performed a few slashes that were as sharp as her hot body. But I can't touch Lam Nan. Lam Nan grabbed his hand, poof, the sword fell. The little girl was lying on the ground. Only then did he have time to carefully observe the beauty's face. Deep Tulu blushed. She snapped, where did that guy come from? Let's see if I can gouge your eyes out or not. Lam Nan quickly withdrew his hand. I didn't mean it, it was just her towel, that style seemed a bit sexy. His words are indeed not wrong. The torn towel with holes was gone. Tula lay motionless. She rose up again with that hack family, that lustful guy, I will kill you. P. His hands were grabbed tightly by him. Tula was unable to move. He let go. Tula swung her leg up and kicked, eating one of my legs. Lam Nan quickly grabbed that foot and hugged him tightly. Little beauty, do you want to kill me or do you want to hug me? Lam Nan teased her. Tulu doesn't understand, how is this possible? Since the end of the world broke out until now, I have relied on my own skills to survive among those zombies. But just now I couldn't block this guy's 3 moves, he's very strong. Tula spoke up, I can't fight you, meeting you means I'm unlucky. Instead of being humiliated by you, it's better to just surrender and be slandered. I will use blood to lure zombies over here. You can defeat me alone, but how can you defeat many zombies? Deep Tula shouted threateningly, they will constantly be attracted by blood, and will eventually eat you until you're exhausted. Lam Nan seemed to agree, oh, that's a good idea, but your arms and legs have been cut off by me, how can I use blood to lure you over here? Tulu is helpless and can't say anything. You can't move your arms or legs, your mouth can't move, wait until I bite your big artery to see if you can still smile. Lam Nan feels like something is wrong, could it be? Before she could decide, Deep Tulu opened her adorable mouth, and her stomach let out a gurgling sound. Tuli's face darkened, she fell to the ground, hateful, completely lost. She raised her head and explained, if I hadn't been hungry these past few days, I wouldn't have lost to you. Lam Nan heard her say that and thought to himself, Hack Lam Nan has always been a woman who listened to himself. Tula grumbled, no one can be trusted in the end of the world, especially Lam Nan as vulgar as you. He suddenly remembered that the system goddess had provided him with a bag of food, that's right, Lam Nan took out a canned food. Put it in front of Tulu, are you hungry? Eat it. Deep Tula froze for 5 seconds. In her eyes, Lam Nan suddenly became the legendary canned goods tycoon. Tula wondered, canned food is a rare thing in the end of the world, I don't believe you have such good intentions. Say, what are you planning? Lam Nan was annoyed when he heard it. Should I use canned food to deal with you? He immediately opened it and tried to tease her, high-class food only needs to be prepared in the simplest way. Premium pork belly that has been boiled in sugar water, and fried in the simplest way can be cooked into the most delicious canned meat. Deep Tulu cooed. Lam Nan's acting became more and more immersive. Oh my god, it's so delicious, it's disgusting, I feel even more hungry. Forget it, it's better to die of poison than to starve to death. Tula won't force it anymore, if Deep Tulu is poisoned, I'll eat it too. It's so delicious. Tulu is ecstatic like she's on a cloud, and now there's nothing going on. It seems like he really has no thoughts of wanting to harm me. Tulu turned around and focused on handling the box. After a while, she looked at Lam Nan again. Eyes sparkling, mouth pleading, "You still don't have that canned food." Lam Nan replied, "Your name is Deep Tulu, right?" "Yes, but you have to answer my question." Tulu warns, "No questions, don't think that by giving me canned food you can take advantage of me." After a short exchange, the two of them also understood a few things about each other, through the conversation just now with Tulu. I knew the location of the city I was in was called Thuanchao, located in the south of China. After 3 years of the zombie outbreak, the vast majority of people who still exist are concentrated in safe areas in the central region. But many survivors were forced to stay here because the only exit from the northern city gathered a large number of zombies. Tulu also gave me a map of Thuanchao. The next action will be much more convenient. Lam Nan stood up and signaled, "Okay, the transaction is completed, we don't owe anyone anymore, let's go now." Before leaving, Lam Nan also advised, "That's right. I forgot to tell you, your body is not bad either." He jumped right away. Tulu even scolded him, he was too greedy. She looked after him, muttering, This guy." Lam Nan suddenly appeared in her bathroom, and brought a large amount of rare food. "Take a knife for self-defense." Tulu felt uneasy. No matter what she thought it was very suspicious. "No, I have to go see what's going on. Maybe I can get a few more harvests." Tulu secretly followed Lam Nan. Lam Nan immediately realized, oh, that woman was following him. "Leave, she's not a bad person, just let her go." He remembered that the system goddess said that killing a zombie would bring a surprise. Not knowing what the surprise was, just kill the zombie first, Lam Nan slowly walked into the dark area. There was a noise. He looked around cautiously. Well, that noise was intentionally created by Lam Nan himself to attract the attention of the zombies. There was one roaring in the building next door. It noticed him immediately. A young man with a scary face, his mouth was still breathing out a breath full of evil spirits. Lam Nan waited forever. Strangely, why didn't I see any zombies eating me? Could it be that I'm not delicious? Suddenly, the zombie rushed out of the glass window, intending to attack him. Lam Nan is excited, it's finally here. The zombie opened its claws, Lam Nan lightly dodged. The attack scene was like something out of a horror movie. Lam Nan mocked that ghost. Was this zombie lured by the sound of opening a can? Looks like these guys are very sensitive to sound. The zombie slowly ran forward, it rushed up, its eyes extremely fierce. Lam Nan has compliments for it. Oh, its speed is also fast. If it gets scratched by a claw it will turn into a zombie. Then wouldn't it be okay if I cut off your claws first? Lam Nan summoned a dagger, he rushed forward. One stroke. The zombie's hands were severed. Lam Nan laughed happily, "Ha, trash, come and get me." But when he turned around to look, he was a bit surprised. Lam Nan was psychologically traumatized by the revival of its flesh. He frantically ran away and was reborn. Hey, don't you say martial virtue? The zombie rushed forward a second time. Lam Nan chopped off the zombie's hands again. The zombie again opened his hand and counted his fingers. Lam Nan repeated the state. Even though zombies don't like it very much, they still have to open their hands and count their fingers. And it goes on, like the tape is rewinding 1,000 times. The zombie's hands were also piled up, and the two of them now looked at each other and breathed heavily. The zombie continued to revive its hands. Lam Nan thought silently, if it is possible to regenerate, it is not the way to keep cutting like that. He immediately put the dagger away. Using a knife is better than using his fists, activating the shocking heaven and earth branch. Thap that too. Can Lam Nan threw a punch. The zombie felt something was wrong. He quickly raised his hand to cover his face. Wow, this power seems to be beyond its expectations. Thap that too knocked the zombie's hand off, then hit it straight in the face. The zombie's head exploded from there. That's it, knife and hammer, it's easy with your bare hands. Lam Nan recalls, according to my previous experience playing games, zombies must be directly detonated to kill them, right? Lam Nan paused. The situation in front of him was the privilege in the game, gold. Lam Nan's eyes lit up, oh my god. Could this be a surprise because of what the system goddess said? But the gold piece in her hand suddenly disappeared. Lam Nan returned to the system space. The goddess spoke, congratulating the host on successfully destroying the first zombie. Killing the zombie can win 100,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000,000, Lam Nan understood. Oh, it seems I guessed right, the zombie's weak point is the head. Furthermore, every time you kill a zombie you get 100,000, making money easier than before. The goddess announced that in order to win a bucket of gold, leveling up her magic skills could be activated. But to upgrade the martial arts spirit requires 1 million gold coins, his money is still not enough. Lam Nan looked so drunk, 1 million, that's too stingy. The goddess continued, the host's current golden eye ability is seeing through. The ability of the next level of martial soul bronze is temporarily confidential. If you want to know, try fighting to earn money. In addition, the host also activates the bronze gate function and the bronze gate appears. She introduced to Lam Nan that the copper gates function can let the host return to the original world. Lam Nan exclaimed happily, that's great, that's what I've been waiting for, quickly tell me how much gold can be used. The system goddess smiled and replied, it's not expensive, each transmission only costs 100 million. Each transmission can stop for 24 hours in the original world. A feeling of disappointment enveloped him, the system goddess encouraged him, don't be discouraged, try harder. Make money, young man, and also give you a small reminder. Fictional spaces can send in and out items, but excluding living things. She explained, the normal person's perspective and the host's perspective are different. The gold that the zombie explodes can only be seen by the host. When the gold is exploded, you don't need to touch it to get it. Gold will automatically fill up the system and convert into your wealth. After the host enters the fictional space, time in the outside world will stand still. Therefore, after entering space, the host does not need to worry about being discovered or injured. The system goddess says goodbye again. The host must take advantage of these reminders. If you have any questions, please call me at any time. How about it? Please continue to try your best. Lam Nan frowned and thought, trying hard, it sounds simple, just thinking about still missing more than 9,900 to be able to open the Dongqi gate gives me a headache. He stretches his shoulders, makes money, just goes out and fights zombies. In the distance, Tulu was still quietly watching. Even though I only used my fists to deal with zombies, it was still a fatal blow, the power was so scary. Her look suddenly became exaggerated, he was not familiar with this place, it seemed like he was someone from far away, but such a powerful person. Why would you come to a place where you want people but have no people, want resources but have no resources, and have so much precious food on you? Deep Tulu couldn't understand what he was doing, so she decided to jump down. Tulu thought over and over again, it was so mysterious, I had to figure it out. Who exactly are you? The sky was dawning over the dead city. Lam Nan has now also destroyed a lot of zombies. The value of wealth is 500,000. He lamented that after walking for so long, he only met a few zombies. If you want to reach 100 million then it will be very slow, the zombies have already gathered somewhere. There was something emitting a sweet scent, Lam Nan noticed. This is a towel soaked in perfume, Lam Nan frowned, this fragrance makes people dizzy. Save my life, I'm hiding in a building near the amusement park, there are many zombies nearby, please save me. Thank you very much, Lam Nan was surprised, very good, it seems like he gave me gold instead. By the way, let's ask where the most zombies are, hee hee. Arriving at the location written on the cloth, Lam Nan quietly observed for a while, then he discovered movement. A woman appeared right in front of me, crying bitterly, saving my life, ah, big brother, quickly save me. Big brother, quickly save me, her eyes lit up. Suddenly, the sound of a zombie appearing from inside echoed, and the woman was so scared that she trembled all over. Two zombies shaped like a clown and Mickey loomed in front. That clown grinned so disgustingly, a beauty like this would be scared to death. The zombie rushed forward. At that moment, Lam Nan launched a stone. Blood splattered on that little girl's face. Clown's arm was beaten to pieces, Lam Nan continued to throw a second stone. When he spoke up, they all turned into zombies and only knew how to bully girls. Maybe my past life wasn't a good one either. The clown glanced at him and his subordinates and immediately followed suit. They all rushed forward at the same time. Lam Nan enjoyed that scene the most. Poof, the stone pierced Mickey Mouse's head, Lam Nan stomped on the ground and jumped. In an instant, he flew over the heads of the clowns. The clown felt that there was something very strange about this guy. Poof, the dagger cut off its rotten head, plus 100,000 money. The remaining ones rushed forward, Lam Nan threw a knife, and the ghost girl dodged. But let the zombies behind him lose their heads instead. Lam Nan kicked, bang, hit the head, the witch fell down. Lam Nan grabbed its head tightly, holding the knife in his hand. The dagger is really convenient. He grinned and took another hit. Gold falls on the system, gold explodes like fireworks. Lam Nan finished the deal, finished it, hee hee, so handsome. The little girl staggered out, there was only one person who dealt with the zombies, this male one. She has very beautiful breasts. Brother, you are so cool, so ho-hawk, you really have nothing to say. So pursed her lips and puffed her chest out for about 10 seconds. 20 seconds later, the young man did not see any movement. So wondered, why is there no reaction? Looking back and forth, Lam Nan was putting his hand into the zombie's pants. What if the chicken is strangled? So suddenly shivered. His hand, what is he doing? What kind of perverted hobby is that? Lam Nan is now fumbling, all the zombies explode with gold. Why don't you have it? Could it be that it's hidden and can't be touched? He whipped that damn zombie body back and forth. Disgusting, drop it for me, it's my hard-earned money. So Chu feels that this guy is not like a normal person. The scene that appeared was truly horrifying, it was too cruel. Only then did the gold coins fall out, true gold coins of sweat and tears. Lam Nan is now relieved, finally going out, this feels really good. So quickly hid behind her, she felt guilty, can I still run now? Lam Nan looked back and asked, what did my sister say just now? After a minute, So Chu was startled, but thought about it because of the important matter. Can't run away, it's not easy to meet a man. Regardless of whether he is a boy or a girl, just seduce him once and see. So showed off those giant breasts again, I said, thank you brother for saving me, if it weren't for you, I'm afraid I would have died here. Lam Nan let out a loud noise. So introduced himself, my name is So, I went out to look for food, but I didn't expect to alarm the zombies nearby. His leg was injured while running, so he was locked here. So whimpered, my brother is skilled in martial arts, can he take So home? At that time, I will definitely appreciate my brother very much. Lam Nan suddenly felt like an electric current ran down his spine, extremely grateful. He took the opportunity right away, grateful that only a few people here had gold, right? So shook his head, his brother was joking, who wouldn't need that at the end of the world? Can't eat it, can't use it, I'm different, I'm sure if you use it once, you'll be addicted. Lam Nan quickly waved his hand and turned away, next time, I have work to do now. So started to lose his temper, hey, stop there, don't drink the celebration wine, go and drink the punishment wine. Today you must take me home, So's voice changed strangely. Lam Nan smirked, what if I say no? So was dumbfounded in a corner, damn it, could it be that my sexiness didn't make him move? Then I just have to use my own way to keep him. Having said that, she immediately clapped her hands to signal, Lam Nan then felt guilty. Ladies, it's everyone's turn to go onto the field, footsteps appear from all directions. Where are all the beauties? What is the plot? The four of them surrounded Lam Nan. Hong Nan immediately complimented, oh my god, So, where did you find such a handsome brother? She pounced on Lam Nan and said, that's really great. The two sisters also approached and nodded in agreement. Falling into a dangerous situation, Lam Nan was dumbfounded. You guys, that's true, ahihi. Hong Nan slapped him hard on the butt, hey, Marshall, you really know how to talk. And so the sisters competed to pat his butt, while So stood outside and cheered. Miss Hong Nan, this is the seal that saved my life, don't allow people to bully him. Lam Nan quickly explained, no, don't stop, I like girls bullying me. So thought quietly, this guy just seemed like a gay guy, why is he so interested in girls now? Suddenly she remembered the saying of a famous person, in this world, there is no man that a girl cannot seduce. If that doesn't work, then there must be more girls. So understands, it seems that statement is not wrong. These sisters really like you, do you agree to go home with them? Hong Nan pressed Lam Nan's face into his two dumplings and said, just follow me, we are all yours. So added, that's right, brother, we have a lot of delicious dishes to treat you to, let's go home with So. Lam Nan seemed to fall into heaven, a feeling of ecstasy overwhelmed him. Perhaps he has made his own decision. No problem, listen to everyone, there are so many beautiful girls, I will do whatever you tell me to do. The sisters are so petulant and hateful, So thought to himself, was it so easy to be fooled? It's really boring. The sisters all acted sinister, this person was extremely dangerous, we had to take advantage of him while he wasn't paying attention and kill him. Sisters who have never been defeated, today we must let this person taste our power. The sisters signaled to each other and took action at the same time, but at this point, they realized there was a problem. So and her sisters were confused, oh, what's going on, why can't we see the weapons anymore? Lam Nan was now sitting in the distance, calling after him. No need to search anymore. The things are in my place, he smiled friendly at the pile of tools of those unlucky girls. So Chu was surprised, how could this be possible, could it be that you were pretending just now? Lam Nan cheerfully replied that our game had already been seen through. Back to 10 minutes ago, before everything happened. When I got here, I realized something was wrong. Even though she was surrounded by zombies, this woman was not afraid at all. So I directly opened the magic trick to check. Unexpectedly, this woman who asked for help carried an anesthetic needle on her body. Anesthesia needles have no effect on zombies. Then her target must be me. But it's too dangerous for a girl in the end of the world to go out and lure bait. So I guess there must be accomplices around. And so, the dojutsu scanned the surroundings. I saw a few girls lying in ambush nearby. They were fully equipped, without the weak appearance of girls. It seems that this is a trap aimed at me, although I don't know what to do to capture a man. But on this path, up until now, only I have allowed others to deceive me. If they want to deceive me, they must accept my punishment. So I used the tricks I practiced when doing business in the original world, by the way, catching sheep, hee hee. Take all their weapons and take them away, let me see, they have no weapons. What else could go wrong? Lam Nan provokes, if there are any other tricks, just pull them out. Otherwise, there won't be another chance in the future. Hong Nan was so angry that he was speechless. Damn it, the plan has been seen through, the weapons are gone, we just have to take the risk. But even if you saw it, so far, no man has escaped the old lady's hands. Her sisters were shocked. All of them, the sisters came up, they rushed forward en masse. Lam Nan was excited, so what, then I won't be polite anymore. The first girl to make a move, just be obedient. Follow us, rush, swing your fists. Lam Nan awkwardly reached out and grabbed her leg. She lost her balance and fell down. Lam, by the way, there is an anesthetic injection inserted into his butt. The girl's eyes widened because it was too fast and too dangerous. The next person rushes forward. This little lady swung her leg and kicked. Lam Nan used the whip to wrap tightly around his leg. The girl had no way to run, could not resist. At this moment, he scolds and curses, hateful, you. Lam Nan grinned, he immediately turned the girl around. The remaining so-so went to Hong Nan, the two sisters went up together. Each person has a move, all legs and thighs, hitting Lam Nan's head. Lam Nan dodged lightly, he quickly used the handcuffs to lock their arms. The cold voice warned, not to move, the tip of the knife was already at her sister's waist. Hong Nan snorted, you think, before he could speak, he knocked Hong Nan unconscious. Someone had been watching him from the beginning, with binoculars. Well, isn't it true that guys can't resist a girl's charm? Tula thought to herself, unexpectedly he was not caught in the trap, he appeared in her bathroom before. Is it really a misunderstanding? After being tied up in a corner, the sisters began to regain consciousness. Lam Nan stood and looked and said, wow, it's a pity for a beautiful body, but it's very strange. Why is it that after the end of the world, all the living people I meet are female? Hong Nan spoke angrily and hatefully, do you know who I am? We are people of the Black Federation, you dare to do that to us, just wait and be revenged. Lam Nan scolded her, the Black Federation, I think it's more accurate to say the Black Heart Gang. Obediently answer my questions, otherwise I'll throw you all to the zombies. He bent down and said in a secretive voice. Looking at you guys dressed like that, don't you know that So-So and the others all used this method to capture men? Plus you guys said there wasn't a single man who could escape from your hands. What's wrong with the men of this world? Not only have they not been seen for half a day, they've also become your prey. So was surprised, don't you know that men have become the existence of rare animals? Lam Nan didn't understand what she meant, rare animals? So recounted that after the virus broke out, strange phenomena appeared. Under the same conditions, the vast majority of symptoms appear in men. According to the survey of virus infection rates, boys are much more likely than girls, so please protect yourself well. Not long after, in the group of people infected with the virus nationwide, 2/3 were boys, so there were fewer and fewer boys. Because the rate of boys being infected with the virus is very high, in the end boys were almost wiped out. Boss, we discovered a boy hiding here. Therefore, the tribe exists as if its power is dominated by girls, and boys are the lacking source of resources. Big Sister seems satisfied, very good, bring it back, we will slowly use it. The captured boys will be enslaved in the tribe. After that, all boys will be turned into tools for reproduction and entertainment, gradually being exploited very seriously. The Big Sister threatened, quickly do the job for me, otherwise I will go to sleep with her. Hoo, no, I'm not going anywhere, I really can't stand it, I want to work. The whips were continuously inflicted if he did not obey. Lam Nan was speechless, it seemed the situation here was more chaotic than he thought, under the threat of zombies, the strong oppressing the weak, even girls became so ferocious and cruel. Just relying on being able to fight, relying on yourself to successfully continue to survive alone is already very difficult, let alone rescuing the end of the world. He suddenly had an idea, that's right, we can rebuild the society in this world forever. If there are more women than men in the end of the world, building an army of beautiful women wouldn't be bad. A car rushed forward. Lam Nan was alert, the movement was so loud. The sound of zombies running from outside, so many zombies, were probably attracted by the sound of fighting just now. The zombies jumped up at this time. Lam Nan really liked this, not bad. While he was still sad because he had no money, a zombie immediately came to give him money. Pulling out his dagger and making a few basic strokes, the zombies' heads immediately fell off. On this side, Hong Nan cried out, causing Lam Nan to notice that the zombies had surrounded the group of women. Hong Nan trembled with fear. So, quickly save me, quickly untie me. I don't want to die, the zombie grabbed her. So Chu has no other choice at this time. You yourself are infected, don't worry about me. Quickly let go of my hand, so turned it off with one strong blow. And so she ran away, leaving her comrades behind to be torn apart by the zombies. So also scolded Lam Nan, please wait. Lam Nan smirked, always welcoming, he focused on work again. The more zombies Lam Nan meets, the less he sees. I'm really happy, this time the harvest is not bad, the gold in the warehouse keeps falling. Lam Nan's ecstasy was even greater than the feeling of burying his face in 2 Hong Nan dumplings. It was true that happiness was about to flow out. Tulu looked at his triumphant face. I don't understand why wasn't he attracted to beautiful women just now, but when he killed the zombies, he showed such a shaken expression. Could it be that he likes it? Tulu suddenly felt. The image of Lam Nan and a zombie making love to each other appeared, making her nauseous. Down here, another group of zombies came, they rushed towards Lam Nan. Looks like we'll stop here for today, these zombies are all gold, it's truly a bit of a pity. He put the knife away and thought about it, but the gold he earned was almost enough. If he kept fighting, he would attract more zombies. At that point, he couldn't resist anymore. It would be too troublesome. It was time to disperse. One rushed forward, he retracted his hand, summoning something. Let's take care of that annoying zombie, and what he took out was. Tula paused for 3 seconds, this is, the legendary canned food. Tula saw her drool begin to flow. 3 seconds later, drool flooded the cabin. Lam Nan is happy, have you had enough of watching movies? I have to turn it off, these delicious canned foods are about to run out. Tula quickly signaled to him that she would come right away, just wait there. The motorbike was already dumped on the ground, Tulu immediately got on the bike and raced across the street. It's true, seeing a piece of food is like seeing an open horizon. Tula rushed up, the bright sunset behind her. Tula transformed into an apocalyptic female monster and looks very cool. The zombies had no time to react, Tula rushed down into the middle of the crowd of zombies that were as crowded as ants. Then she skillfully turned the car 90 degrees, signaling Lam Nan to get in the car, quickly. Hold on to the canned goods, I absolutely won't forgive you if you're missing a box. Lam Nan giggled and jumped up, okay, drive away, the engine started to roar again. Tulu accelerated, causing the front of the car to lift up and rush forward. The zombies were pushed aside by the car. They tried to hold on, Lam Nan gave him a kick and went away. Don't bother me and the beautiful lady going sightseeing. Tula corrected, excited, who is watching the scenery with me? Hug it tightly, speed up, Lam Nan obeyed, reached out and hugged the 2 dumplings tightly. A strange feeling ran through his body, he was already hugging it tightly. He clenched his fingertips, why were they so soft? Poof, pop pop, Lam Nan lamented, woman, this time I won't calculate with you. Tulu angrily scolded him repeatedly. If I wasn't in love with food, I wouldn't waste my gas money on a man. The 2 of them headed straight home. That night, at Tuli's house. She sat with him in the living room. Lam Nan wondered, is this also your base? Tulu replied, yes, after the virus broke out at the end of the world. The rich people's area has long become a ruin without people, the villa area has been converted into a stronghold. Lam Nan was curious, but since the end of the world's resources were lacking, where could she find a motorbike with fuel? Tulu replied, this is the birthday gift my dad gave me. I originally wanted to rely on it to go to the base in central China to find my parents. But the North Gate in Thuyanchao has a bunch of zombies. I tried several times but couldn't get out. We just have to maintain it well, and always collect fuel when possible. Maybe one day I will be able to leave here, and I don't know if my parents will still be alive or not. When Lam Nan heard Tu Li's story, he became completely quiet. So he took out a bottle of apples and coaxed her to eat them. After eating, he would have the strength to go find them. Oops, one bite took his whole hand. Tulu exclaimed in surprise, so sweet. It's been a long time since I've eaten an apple. The last time I ate it was 2 years ago. It was in a very large cold storage, and it was even damaged. Lam Nan thought to himself, what a glutton. It flashed in his mind, that's right. Take this opportunity to ask her too. Little beauty, why are you always following me, is it possible? You like me already? Tu Mai almost vomited. She said clearly to the young man, who likes you? I'm just sorry for the food. Besides, if you died, wouldn't there be no way to get the food from you? Tu Mai lowered her voice, but then again, who are you and where do you get so much food? Lam Nan crossed his arms and replied, even though we said we were 2 times, I still don't know who you are. How can I tell you my secret? Tu Mai was surprised, you already knew my name. Before the end of the world, I was a member of the National Swordsmanship Team, and received many awards. I had a knack for weapons, combined with the training of the past few years, my skills were not bad. Tu Mai asserted that, of course, compared to a freak like him, she was just normal. Lam Nan understood, oh, so it's the swordsmanship team, no wonder their skills are so good. But why is survival in the end times so weak? That's right at the time when I wanted to build my own society, even though boys were rare. But wouldn't it be more interesting to form a group of girls who can fight and are so beautiful than a group of boys? He decided that he would form a girl group at the end of the world. That way I can, Lam Nan thought about the fruits of enjoyment and extremely evil thoughts surfaced in his mind. Pop, pop, harsh sounds rang out. It turns out Tulu brought it to him. What vile things are you thinking about? You still haven't told me who you are. Lam Nan felt guilty, he couldn't say he could travel here, he had to figure out his identity first. Ahem, my name is Hak Lam Nan, I'm a martial arts instructor, even my food. Lam Nan said loudly and clearly, it's in my crotch, if you don't believe me, come over here and pick it up yourself. Tulu went crazy and hit him, but he dared to wait to tease me, did he want to be beaten? Lam Nan sat back in his chair, asked, back to the main topic, Deep Tulu, are you interested in making a deal with me? Tulu didn't understand what he meant, what kind of transaction? Lam Nan revealed that I want to hunt and kill zombies in this area, and she is very familiar with this area. So, I want you to be my guide. Tula thought to herself, hunting and killing zombies, I'm afraid she has a mental illness to go there. Lam Nan immediately mentioned the most important thing, if I agree, then I will pay for all the food and drinks during this time. Every meal includes canned meat and more. And so, Tulu without hesitation raised her hand to agree. It seems that he is not a bad person, although it is unknown why he took the risk of killing zombies. Tuli's heart is full of hope, but if being bitten by a zombie is better than starving to death, just help him once. Tulu excitedly signaled, then, let's decide. Lam Nan smiled gently at the girl for the first time, okay, the 2 of you are settled. The first of my group of girls at the end of the world has appeared. Tulu wondered, but before that, when he was seduced by the federal woman, I thought he was almost caught in a trap. No, he is a gentleman who is not seduced by beauty, Lam Nan replied, that is natural. Fate has arranged that I will be a dominant person in one direction, how can I be blinded by that little benefit? I tell you, nothing in this world makes me. Before he finished speaking, the door suddenly opened, Lam Nan was startled and looked back. That scene made his nose bleed. Tu Mai just appeared, her extremely skimpy body revealing many interesting things. Tu Mai spoke up, is her sister back? Instead of a man appearing, Tu Mai, confused, quickly pulled her skirt back. The sounds of attacking each other resounded in the house. Lam Nan did not understand why he was beaten. Tula warned again, I'll take you to change clothes, if you dare to peek I will attack you. Bang, the door closed furiously. Lam Nan was dissatisfied, in fact, a girl suddenly appeared in the house, still dressed like that. I didn't mean it, I don't know why I acted so harshly. He accidentally saw something, in the cabinet, there was gold. Lam Nan was surprised, the real owner of this house is also rich. It seems that the end of the world suddenly came and left in a hurry, so we didn't have time to take any property with us. What a pity, it would be great if I could take it away. The golden bracelet was absorbed by the system, Lam Nan was once again surprised. The goddess explained that the host's assets increased by 10,000 yuan, no matter what. As long as it is made from gold, if the host contacts or touches it, it can be converted into the value of the system's assets. Lam Nan is very happy. Hi, if that's the case, then I can find some more gold. Won't there soon be a chance to return to the original world? Little cutie, he rummaged around the skeleton room to find as much gold as possible. Where are you guys? Deep Tulu walked out of the inner room at this time. What are you doing? Lam Nan was startled. He frantically beat the drum. No, nothing. I think it's a bit dirty here, so I'll help you clean it up a bit. Tulu was surprised. Are you still cleaning it this time? Lam Nan hummed to get it over with. That's natural. Because the good man is me. I am Hak Lam Nan. Making everyone comfortable is my responsibility. But Tula seemed to refuse that useless attention. Tu-mai introduced herself. Hello, I am Deep Tu-mai, Tu-Li's twin sister. I was really sorry just now. I didn't know there was a guest in the house. Leave it like that forever. Lam Nan scratched his head in confusion. Aha. Nothing. It's all a misunderstanding. Tu-Lu interrupted. Why do you have to apologize to him? It was obvious that he was taking advantage of her. Tu-mai quickly advised her sister. Did you forget what you told me just now? The story about him sharing food with me. He helps me. Then he is our great benefactor. Tu-Lu is in the process of fierce struggle. No matter how stubborn a girl is, she still has to be a little humble. Yes. So this time it's considered a draw. Tu-mai immediately said gently. It's really embarrassing. Lam Nan now understood. These two sisters are very similar. But personality is truly the difference between devils and angels. Tu-mai asked again. Your name is Hak Lam Nan, right? May I ask how you and my sister know each other? Lam Nan immediately recounted. What about this? It was that day, huh? He was about to say a long series of secret stories when Tu-Li's hands clamped his mouth shut. Tu-Lu explained instead. It was time to meet him that day. He was plotted by the Dark Federation. Then I saved him. Finally got to know each other. Correct. Just as simple as that. Tu-Lu immediately thought. You absolutely cannot let your sister know about him peeking at you while bathing. Tu-mai realized there was something mysterious here. Oh. But it seems like he said he was in the bathroom just now. Lam Nan was held up by Tu-Li's neck. Of course he had to cooperate. Do not have. Do not have. You heard wrong. Tu-mai nodded in response. Okay. But if I find out you have any evil plans with my sister, I definitely won't forgive you. After hearing this sentence, Lam Nan turned pale. On the outside, Deep Tu-mai looks gentler than Deep Tu-Lu. But when it comes to things related to my sister, Tu-mai suddenly coughed loudly. Tu-Lu asked worriedly. Only then did Lam Nan pay attention. I have bandages on my body. The face is white. Let me see where Tu-mai feels uncomfortable. He activated his magic. Lam Nan was surprised. Why is the infection so serious? That's right. In an apocalypse with severe pollution, viruses are slaughtered indiscriminately. Even a small wound can occur on a large area, and if not treated promptly, it will even cause death. Lam Nan spoke up. Tu-mai, what happened to your wound? Tu-Lu suddenly became extremely angry. Isn't it because of the damn Dark Federation? A few dozen days ago, my sister and I went to some cold storage to find food and drinks. Memories told by two sisters. Tu-Mai found a place to stay together. That day, our luck wasn't bad, we found a few things, but when we were happy, unexpectedly, I encountered someone from the Black Federation. They are fully equipped, have many people, have great power, and always rely on robbery to get food. This is a very rare food that my sister and I have to fight to find. How can you give in like that? After that, we and the Dark Federation fought. Tu-Lu threw the knife and stabbed it straight into Ms. Soso's leg. Since I was a child, I have practiced martial arts with swords and have a knack for close-range combat. As for her older sister, she is an expert archer. She releases arrows in the dark, seemingly hitting every shot. We coordinated very well and quickly defeated them. That woman begged me to spare her life. I originally wanted to spare them. As a result, Soso bitterly pulled out the knife that was stuck in his thigh. Tu-mai discovered that the enemy was secretly attacking. She turned around to block her sister's attack. As a result, that bitch played a bad trick, took the opportunity to sneak attack me without paying attention, and my sister blocked the knife for me. She seriously injured my sister. I originally wanted revenge. But the sound of our fighting caught the zombies' attention. When the zombies came, my sister and I had to leave. Even though we managed to escape. But her wound became infected. Tu-Lu took Tu-mai to hide temporarily in a medicine room. But originally, just a little penicillin could solve the infection. But because he couldn't find medicine, the wound couldn't heal, and his body became weaker and weaker. She is now in so much pain every day that she can't sleep. Maybe very quickly, I won't be able to stand it anymore. Tu-Lu couldn't stop crying when she said this. Hak Lam Nan, there are many ways to get so much food in the end of the world. So can you have some medicine to help my sister treat her? Lam Nan secretly thought, Tulu herself is not bad, she said Tu Mai is an expert at shooting, it must not be fake. Plus her beauty is very unusual. Hi, this is exactly the girl group member that Hack Lam Nan chose, this Tu Mai must save. As for the medicine, just go back to the original world, there's no medicine, but right now there's not enough gold, so you have to let Tulu and Tu Mai help you find it. Lam Nan spoke coldly, I can save you, but you must help me collect gold. The two sisters were surprised to hear this. Tulu wondered, gold is not a valuable thing, why do you collect gold? Lam Nan replied, I need to collect gold to help you two find the medicine. As for the reason, you two don't need to worry. If you believe me, then come with me to find gold. As long as you two agree, I will not only think of ways to help you find medicine, but also I will help you provide the best food in this world. Tuli's mind was clouded again, the food is the best in this world, she doesn't care anymore, after all following him won't do any harm. Tu Mai thought in a different way, this person wanted to share even the food, and he had already taken action if he wanted to deal with us, it seemed like he wasn't a bad person. Besides, at the end of the world, it's normal for him to have secrets. If he can help me survive, why do I have to ask so many questions? Thinking clearly, the two cousins made a deal and officially allied with Hack Lam Nan. Tu Mai said, I know there is a casino in Tan Te, it is the #1 casino in Thuyan Chao, all use gold directly as gambling cards, so there must be a lot of gold reserves there. Tu Lu gently reminded, did you forget that there is a huge nest of zombies there? Tu Mai nodded. Lam Nan has one more piece of information, a zombie nest, at the right time, one side fights zombies, the other side picks up gold, I believe I will definitely quickly earn money to return to the original world. Lam Nan replied, no need to worry, just go there, I will find my own way. Having said that, he put his hand back into his shirt. Eat some food first. After you're full, rest here for the night and leave early tomorrow morning for the casino. Tulu saw the food. Of course I'm as good as a puppy, okay, thank you. A while later. Tu Mai returned to bed. The room was always so quiet. Only Lam Nan couldn't sleep. He had a lot of mixed thoughts in his heart, and he didn't know what the company and his brothers were doing now. We must quickly return to the original world, investigate everything clearly, find the person behind it and use Chinu to kill me. Tula still pays attention to him. Looking at his face, she thought, before when she went out looking for medicine and encountered someone from the Black Federation, during the fight there was still a little blood on her body, afraid that it would attract attention and show that she immediately found one place to wash. I really didn't expect to meet him that way. Even though this is a guy who eagerly barged into my bathroom, I don't know why, but being with him makes me feel very secure. There was the sound of human footsteps coming from the meadow. Tulu and Lam Nan were immediately alert, something changed, what was it? Lam Nan activated his Dong magic. He looked through the head-high grass. Shadows appeared from afar, and it was clear that the Dark Federation army was advancing in full force into the darkness. The big sister signaled her younger brother. Stop, no, it's a zombie trying to get over the fence. It suddenly discovered the presence of the others. Bang, the bullet went through its brain. The big sister struck decisively without any hesitation. She ordered her juniors. Go ahead, raid Tulu and Tu Mai's house. Several of them hurriedly entered the battlefield. Lam Nan realized, she brought people from the Black Federation to take revenge. Tulu was worried and called her sister. Tu Mai also smelled the enemy. She nodded in response. She heard it, quickly grabbed her weapon. Let's quickly call Hack Lam Nan to leave here. Lam Nan was thinking, there were a lot of prostitutes in the Black Federation, and they also had guns, so they could escape alone. But there is also Tulu, in addition to Tu Mai, who is seriously injured and cannot take risks. He had an idea, yes, I had made a lot of money fighting zombies before, so I should take the money and see if I could find anything good. Lam Nan immediately entered the system space. He met the beautiful system goddess again. Lam Nan spoke up, I remember it takes 1 million to level up Dojutsu, maybe that's enough now. The goddess system notifies that the current host has 3,101 million, and can proceed to upgrade dojo magic. Lam Nan was happy, very good, immediately promoted, beep. Upgrade to bronze magic, to martial spirit bronze. Lam Nan's eyes absorb a large amount of energy. It immediately changed from yellow to blue, successfully upgraded. The goddess said, congratulations to the host, the martial spirit bronze has successfully upgraded, the news about the martial spirit bronze's functions has been transmitted to the host's memory. Lam Nan felt a source of burning energy in his body. This was the power of a martial soul. It was amazing. Black Federation, you guys wait, the goddess feels, it's not the power of the martial spirit bronze, my god, are you a Superman? She explained that the system's output was definitely a fine product. Leveling up dojutsu consumed 1 million, and the host's current assets were only 2,101,000. The next dong technique is red DM dong. Leveling up requires 2 million, so I would like to ask if you want to continue leveling up or not? Lam Nan frowned in annoyance. It's so expensive, this system is getting more and more strict. If you level up, you'll run out of money and return to the original world. First don't level up anymore, later earn money and move on. He decisively replied, no thank you, I have my own arrangements. The goddess replied, then yes, after upgrading the dong magic, the new function of the dong magic turntable will be activated. The magic turntable started, the system goddess summoned it right before Lam Nan's eyes. The magic turntable is a lucky draw game that costs 200,000 to run once. You can use any technique, props or equipment to draw. Prizes include 7-star acupressure hand, zombie antidote, divine sword, and many other things. Lam Nan exclaimed, oh, the prize is not bad. He immediately clicked OK. 200,000 was deducted from his account, so let me try my luck. The engine wheels roll. The turntable begins to rotate rapidly. Lam Nan held his breath and pressed the button. Turntable stops. The reward was a roll of toilet paper, which made Lam Nan dumbfounded. What the hell, 200,000 for a roll of toilet paper, are you playing with me? Once again, the bitter young man refused to lose. The turntable began to rotate rapidly again, minus 200,000, and... disgusting, even old FA doesn't need tissues and nutritional drinks, okay? He's crazy, I can't believe my luck is so bad. Once again, the turntable brought a gift. Oh, bikini, this style is quite good, but what effect does this have? He suddenly came up with an idea. Hi, yes, I can. The despicable face appeared clearly again. Tulu was knocking loudly on the door. Lam Nan, hack Lam Nan, quickly open the door, people from the Black Federation are here. Tulu felt worried. There's no other way, just stay away for a bit. She used her strength to run forward, just in time for someone to open the door. Tulu was startled but couldn't stop in time. And Lam Nan's face appeared bewildered. Tulu closed her eyes and nose and fell towards him. A loud noise rang out from there. When I opened my eyes, I saw someone sitting on a horse. Tulu blushed embarrassedly. Lam Nan was still sarcastic. Tulu, I want to stand up. She still refuses to stand up. The golden bird is rising strongly, Tulu clearly feels it. Just because you're so beautiful, baby. The girl exclaimed. What? This hot name. Tumai walked in and signaled. You two, stop joking. People from the Dark Federation are coming. She carefully guided everyone. They are very crowded. Such an army, I guess their boss Lam Mocklin has also arrived. On her person was an assault rifle and a silent pistol installation. It's not easy to deal with. Tulu responded angrily. Her injuries were caused by them. Today, even if I risk my life, I will take this opportunity to avenge you. Lam Nan now spoke up. Don't get excited. This hatred will definitely be reported. But I have a way to keep us from suffering any loss and still get revenge. The two sisters asked him in surprise. What way? Lam Nan smiled and replied. Of course. Next, beauty. He just said. Show off your trophies and win prizes. Tumai quickly imagined the scene of her wearing a bikini. Next, beauty? Tulu immediately punched the young man in the face several times. Mom, I'm full, this beauty. My sister and I absolutely will not wear those dirty clothes. Lam Nan had to try very hard to breathe out the sentence. Who said some people wear it? Listen to me slowly. People from the Dark Federation surrounded the front door. The subordinate stepped forward and said. Old man. We're here. Soso's voice was full of anger. The person who killed MS Hong Nan was inside there. There's also the pair of sisters who previously fought against us in there. Lam Mocklin was extremely proud. Leading the group in. Very good. Today, even if they grow wings, it will be difficult for them to fly. They groped their way through the main door. So signaled. They didn't lock the door. She opened the door. The Black Federation slowly walked inside step by step. Lam Mocklin ordered the troops. Stop. There is noise. They are in front. Lam Mocklin smirked. Very good. Prepare. The gun is loaded. The knife is firmly in hand. Go up. Lam Mocklin and Soso jumped in. The two sisters glared in surprise. What? This is. A slender body and claws appeared. A female zombie with a curvy figure is practicing pole dancing under the extremely romantic moonlight. So couldn't believe it. What happened? Zombie? Still dancing. Where are all of them? The other female zombie detected their appearance. Every time So sees a zombie, he feels like he's flying away, trembling violently. Suddenly a crashing sound rang out. A charmingly dressed zombie appeared in a cool way. She has a fierce face, leading a horde of zombies. So asked in fear and trembling. Star? Why are there so many zombies? Could it be that the vulgar male zombie was here watching it dance? Outside, zombies are torturing an unfortunate man. They aggressively clawed at a normal human being. They began to slowly move closer towards them. The boss of the Black Federation saw that the situation was not good. She said quickly. Damned. Got it right. Just run quickly. Then, the boss of the Black Federation raised his gun. Aim forward and fire a few shots. At this time, that man weakly walked in to report. Boss. It's not okay. Outside the door are all zombies. We're surrounded. As soon as he finished speaking, he was bitten by the zombies without any mercy. Witnessing his teammates being attacked in front of him, So did not dare to move. A large mouth with sharp teeth, directly biting that man, causing bloodstains on So-So's face. So said silently in fear. No, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Someone reached out and grabbed her leg. So trembled and raised his hand to comfort his head. She kept muttering. I don't want to die. On this side, the boss of the Black Federation is dealing with each zombie. The sound of gunfire kept echoing in So-So's ears. The bullets rushed towards the zombies. Those zombies were filled with bullet wounds. But they were not harmed at all. Lam Mok Lean silently exclaimed in panic. Obnoxious. Last bullet. Suddenly, So hit her hard in the face and screamed loudly. Damned. Give me the gun. Damn it. Selling people's lives for so long. Didn't get any benefit. I'm not willing to die like that. Lam Mok Lean was confused and replied. What? Are you crazy? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have gotten to this point. Useless stuff. Go die. Please release your hand to me. The female zombie sat to the side and looked at the actions of the two of them. She chuckled. The unpleasant personality was fully revealed at this time. It's truly disgusting. Everyone, let's go to hell together. The time has come. It's not easy to get fuel from Tuli's place. So beat a rock and stole a gun from the boss of the Black Federation. Release your hands. At the same time, the female zombie jumped down in front of the two of them. So was scared and quickly shouted. Don't come over here. The female zombie just smiled disdainfully. So saw her coming closer. She immediately shot continuously towards the zombies. Lam Mok Lean was scared and quickly stopped him. Do not open fire. Damn it. Bullets shot through zombies. Suddenly, So looked panicked and shouted loudly. It's gasoline. Damn it. So-So's whole body trembled. A fire began to flare up fiercely. On the other side, somewhere in the chaos, Hak Lam Nan looked proud and said, "Goodbye." After that, Hak Lam Nan carried Deep Tulu on his back. He left with Deep Tulu. The system now sends a notification. Congratulations to the host for winning 6 million gold coins. See these words. Hak Lam Nan happily silently exclaimed. It turns out that controlling zombies and killing zombies can all drop gold stars. Deep Tulu asked curiously. That's your hot name. Don't think I don't know what you're thinking. Quickly stop. If not, don't blame me for not having guests at that time. Deep Tulu quickly reconciled. Tulu. Don't talk nonsense. Now it's just reluctant. Furthermore, the sneak attack by the Black Federation was also Lam Nan saving us. Hak Lam Nan quickly continued. That's right. That's right. It's still her sister who understands. How can she repay gratitude with resentment? Deep Tulu replied sullenly. What is the point of repaying gratitude with resentment? Isn't it also thanks to my gasoline? Furthermore, my beloved motorbike can no longer be used. Deep Tulu wondered and asked. But Mr. Lam Nan, why did that female zombie suddenly jump up? Hak Lam Nan replied in a low voice. What about that? It's simple. Just use it. Using my reincarnated hand, I applied acupuncture points to her pulse point. She won't be able to restrain herself and will jump wildly. Want to try? Hear these words. Deep Tulu and Deep Tulu both looked puzzled as they stared at Hak Lam Nan. After that, the two of them rushed together to beat Hak Lam Nan mercilessly. Hak Lam Nan thought painfully. Even though I directly told them that the zombies were under my control. Maybe they don't believe it either. About 20 minutes ago, Hak Lam Nan arrived at the control system. He leveled up in Dojo Magic. Martial Spirit Bronze. The system goddess said that the Martial Soul Bronze had successfully upgraded. That means the Martial Spirit Dong's functions have been transmitted to the host's memory. Hak Lam Nan was confused and asked. This is the goddess system explanation. You can only control one zombie at a time. You can only activate Martial Spirit once every 2 hours. You should let the zombie resonate with your vision while controlling the zombie. Hak Lam Nan exclaimed. This is the power of the Martial Spirit Dong. I didn't expect to be able to achieve such a strong skill. I didn't expect to be able to control zombies and also have vision resonance. As long as you use it well, it can have great effects. In the housing area near the villa area, Hak Lam Nan sat high up. He looked down, thinking deeply. Hak Lam Nan exclaimed excitedly. Exactly, it's you. Hak Lam Nan looked far away. He saw a group of people appearing there. Hak Lam Nan silently controls the female zombie from afar. After that, Hak Lam Nan used his special ability, the Martial Spirit Dong. Use it to influence the female zombie's genome. Hak Lam Nan silently exclaimed. It's successful. But good movies are still behind. Having said that, Hak Lam Nan is starting to carry out his plan. He seductively controlled the female zombie to turn backwards. Then, make her shake her butt in a practiced way. Making other zombies have to strain their eyes to follow. They were drooling, some even had nosebleeds. The zombie even posed shyly. Another male zombie embarrassedly raised his hand and scratched his head. Wherever the female zombie goes, the zombies follow closely. Hak Lam Nan on the side laughed loudly and said that even though they all turned into zombies, men's nature still remained unchanged. This beauty is so perfect, even I have to admire myself. Remembering this, Hak Lam Nan couldn't control himself and laughed out loud. Causing Deep Tulu to quickly call out in confusion, "Sister, just look at him," smiling so sinisterly, she must be thinking of something naughty. Hearing these words, Hak Lam Nan was a little scared. He quickly explained, "No, I just felt happy because I finished dealing with the Dark Federation." Deep Tulu replied coldly, "I don't believe it." Deep Tulu quickly comforted her, "Okay, if you keep smiling, you will lure the zombies there, so hurry up and make it in time. Even though the casino is far away, it's good to be able to get there before dawn." Hak Lam Nan continued, "Tumai was right, we should go quickly to catch up." Suddenly there was a zombie hiding nearby watching the three of them. Busy looking at Hak Lam Nan's group. But the other zombie didn't notice that. Someone was holding a small sharp knife moving towards him. The hidden person slashed at the zombie, causing its head to immediately fall to the ground. At this time, that hidden person will immediately receive 100,000 points from the system. He is also a zombie, with fierce eyes full of calculation. Hak Lam Nan secretly said that zombies that he controlled with Dong magic and zombies that were killed could also drop gold. This time I saved so much energy for myself. Having killed 3 zombies, this skill is not bad. Just like that, the three of us, one side fighting zombies and the other side, walked towards the casino. Soon, the sun reached its peak. The sunlight shined throughout the sky, causing even the zombies to look up. The zombies are bustling back and forth in front of the casino door. Hak Lam Nan was surprised and then looked to observe the situation. He kept exclaiming, "So he said if he went through that big door blocked by zombies, it would be a casino, right?" Deep Tulu then replied, "Yes, but why are there so many zombies? I went to distract them, and the two of them took advantage of that moment to enter." Suddenly Deep Tulu stopped, "Wait. Let me try." Then Deep Tulu bowed towards the zombies. Deep Tulu looked accurately, her eyes were determined. Deep Tulu secretly thought that there were too many zombies at the door, if only she could find that at the door. Yes, Deep Tulu looked at the kerosene tank next to her. She turned her sights to the kerosene tanks. After that, Deep Tulu tightened the bowstring. Then gently release your hand, the arrow immediately rushes forward. Through some zombie person. Next is the oil tank, right behind the zombie. Arrow shot into oil tank. Immediately, the fire burned fiercely. The fire began to spread, causing the confused zombies to look after it. Everyone was scared and their mouths were open. After that, they were scared and immediately ran away. They quickly rushed away from the fire next to the casino. As expected, at this time, there was no longer a single zombie in front of the casino door. Deep Tulu said, if it is successful, the zombies at the door will basically disperse. Haklam Nan looked at Deep Tulu admiringly and praised, Tulu, your bow and arrow just now was very powerful. Deep Tulu put her arm on Deep Tulu's shoulder and replied, of course, this is just when my sister is sick. If you recover, you can shoot wild animals 1,000 miles away without any problem. Deep Tulu shyly replied, no. Walking to the front of the casino, Haklam Nan raised his eyes to observe. He exclaimed, this is the casino you two talked about. It's truly filled with the aura of gold, especially that yellow dice, I like it. Deep Tulu replied, yes, the end of the world was already here so I already knew. Deep Tulu said in a mocking tone, how is it, very massive, right? Haklam Nan replied, very good, this casino must have a lot of gold. Come on, let's go in and find the treasure. Suddenly, Haklam Nan discovered something unusual. He looked startled and surprised. Haklam Nan quickly said, it's not okay, quickly run away. After that, Deep Tulu and Deep Tulu immediately fled. Haklam Nan hid in a corner and looked at the situation. A giant hand appeared. His steps made the road surface shake. When Deep Tulu witnessed this incident, she silently exclaimed in confusion, this is it. A giant walked in front. Deep Tulu silently asked herself, is this huge thing also a zombie? The giant waved his hand and struck a palm forward. Then, it sat down on the ground, its eyes glowing. The giant screamed like crazy, making strange sounds. The giant created an immense amount of energy, causing Haklam Nan's group to frown and look at him. The glass panels of nearby high-rise buildings were also shattered. The giant continued to scream tirelessly. Deep Tulu silently wondered, could this be the evil ghost? When Haklam Nan heard that, he looked surprised and exclaimed. Evil ghosts, Deep Tulu silently replied, previously heard others say evil ghosts are a mutated strain of zombies. The destructive power of the evil demon is very scary. One can fight against hundreds of zombies, but I didn't expect to meet it here. Hearing these words, Haklam Nan silently asked, evil ghost, is it really that powerful? Haklam Nan pondered for a moment, then he took out a small stone. After that, Haklam Nan bowed down to the ground. Following the hole under the car, he immediately threw the stone forward. The pellet hit the front shield, creating a loud sound that startled the troll. The movement attracted his attention. The giant demon looked around. When Haklam Nan saw his actions, he silently exclaimed, he had been tricked. When he picked up that thing in his hand, a zombie controlled by Haklam Nan appeared above his head. The zombie stared at the giant with sharp eyes. After that, the zombie immediately rushed towards the giant demon, using the spear in his hand to stab him right in the back of the head. Hearing a strange noise, the giant turned his head to look. He had one hand holding the zombie in his palm. The zombie controlled by Haklam Nan quickly shouted in fear. The giant brought the zombie to look at his face. Then, put the zombie directly into your mouth to swallow. Only the zombie's hand was seen lingering between the giant's teeth. At this moment, his face suddenly stiffened a bit. Suddenly an explosion rang out in the giant's mouth. Haklam Nan stood aside and thought to himself, thinking that the evil ghost only had strong destructive power. I didn't expect it to be quite smart, its speed is not slow either. I'm afraid that with my current level of magic, I can't control it. Suddenly, the system goddess appeared and said, guess right. This startled Haklam Nan. The system goddess appeared before Haklam Nan. Haklam Nan was bewildered and quickly looked sideways looking for something. The system goddess quickly reassured, don't worry, they can't see me. The evil ghost is through appropriating 10,000 zombies to evolve into tall and tough zombies. Currently the host cannot control it. However, killing evil demons can get special rewards and lots of gold. Mission duration is 3 days to destroy special zombies. The reward is 100,000 gold coins. Remaining time is 71 hours, 59 minutes, 55 seconds. Haklam Nan thought happily, 100 million gold coins and a special reward. Suddenly, Haklam Nan looked surprised and stared at one place. Deep Tulu was confused and asked, Mr. Lam Nan, let's take a detour to find gold. Haklam Nan said, no, gold must be found. But I also have to kill this evil devil. Haklam Nan thought to himself, if he were to find gold, this evil ghost would be a hidden disaster. Deep Tulu secretly sighed, but the evil ghost is so powerful, how can we deal with it? But Haklam Nan thinks differently, killing it not only can eliminate the disaster. You can also get a lot of gold and special rewards, so why not have fun? Hak Lam Nan said, "Don't worry, I have a plan." Hak Lam Nan hugged Deep Tulu tightly and ran away and said, "Quickly follow me." Hak Lam Nan silently said, "First, we need to find a safe place to rest. We will hide from the devil and enter the casino through another door." Right now, they are splitting up to carry out the plan. On the way, we will dodge the zombies to the 5th floor of the casino. We will find a room with a nearby corner, quite far from the zombies here, relatively safe. Arriving at a certain room, Hak Lam Nan quickly said, "You guys wait here for me." I went to explore inside. Hak Lam Nan walked to the door. He slowly opened the door. The sound of opening the door rang out. Hak Lam Nan looked inside and observed. Inside the room, special items were scattered on the ground. A shadow of someone appeared. Seeing that, Hak Lam Nan smiled and said, "Sure enough. There were zombies." Hak Lam Nan approached the zombies. Because it was dark, Hak Lam Nan didn't notice there was mucus on the ground. He calmly stepped in and realized the problem. Hak Lam Nan silently wondered, "Why is this floor so slippery?" He fell face down, then slid forward. Hak Lam Nan's face hit the edge of the bed. He whispered, caught off guard, "Why were there so many on the floor?" Wait a minute. With this feeling, Hak Lam Nan suddenly realized something. Deep Tulu and Deep Tulu quickly ran over and called out, "Mr. Lam Nan." The two of them stared at Hak Lam Nan with surprised expressions. They saw seductive women's pajamas. Hak Lam Nan was enjoying the fun, constantly raising his hand to touch something. Hak Lam Nan has lost his way into darkness with no way out. Deep Tulu could only watch helplessly. Hak Lam Nan used both hands to touch the bust of a female figure. Deep Tulu looked contemptuously at Hak Lam Nan. Deep Tulu was angry and quickly threw the woman's photo to the ground. After that, Deep Tulu hit Lam Nan and made him bow his head. Hak Lam Nan silently groaned. The zombies he saw just now were clothes hangers and hats. Deep Tulu sighed and said, "I said, this interesting house is your plan." Hak Lam Nan replied, "It was just an unexpected incident. I just want to find a place to replenish my energy." Deep Tulu saw the pile of food in Hak Lam Nan's hand and drooled. Both of them ate deliciously. Hak Lam Nan said, "Okay, if I want to deal with the evil ghost, I have to go and prepare a little." Deep Tulu asked curiously, "Then shall I go with you?" Hak Lam Nan coldly replied, "No, there's no need. You stay here and protect little Mai, leave such heavy tasks to me." Deep Tulu kindly advised, "So Lam Nan should be a little more careful. Deep Tulu likes to talk, then your apple belongs to me." Having finished speaking, Hak Lam Nan immediately left. Hak Lam Nan stood still outside the room. He happily smiled and said, "Then, the plan begins. Wanting to find Kim Bo is actually not difficult. But if you want to deal with evil demons, you have to earn money to upgrade your strength." And here, Hak Lam Nan walked to a room. He reached out and pushed the door open. Hak Lam Nan stood high and continued excitedly, "Isn't that the place to scan for zombies?" Suddenly, someone attacked Hak Lam Nan from behind. Hearing the movement, Hak Lam Nan glanced and followed. A huge zombie appeared behind Hak Lam Nan. He exclaimed in surprise, "So strong, it's you." The zombie looked fiercely at Hak Lam Nan. Hak Lam Nan was so scared that his hair stood up. After that, Hak Lam Nan used the martial spirit bronze to entertain the zombies. Immediately, the giant zombie was successfully controlled by Hak Lam Nan. The giant zombie looked confused and lost its soul. Suddenly its eyes lit up, marking the beginning of Hak Lam Nan's control. Hak Lam Nan led the way. The giant zombie followed behind. He loudly ordered, "Go." Hearing the command, the giant zombie immediately went on duty. Hak Lam Nan said, "Become my automatic device. Make money for me." Then the giant zombie immediately went to destroy the zombies loitering in front of the casino. Hak Lam Nan secretly said, "As a time management master, I also have to find the gold treasure." Looking from that room, he seemed very excited for this adventure. After the experience, Hak Lam Nan's face was dark with sweat. He panted and complained. He had searched all the recent floors, and there was nothing. "I've reached the last floor. If this is still not a gold warehouse, I will kill it. The office also needs to be so pompous. This is my room. Wait, could it be that the gold warehouse is here?" Hak Lam Nan walked in front of the wedding photo. He silently admired. These two are such a beautiful couple. Suddenly Hak Lam Nan discovered something. He said, "This is an agency." Not knowing there was no electricity, Hak Lam Nan reached out and pressed the button. Immediately, the door was opened. Hak Lam Nan expressed interest and said, "If you have good luck, you can still use it if you don't have electricity. Looks like gold is hidden in here. But, this security method is also okay. But relying on this game, how can I stop myself? Hak Lam Nan started to move forward, he painfully dragged himself on the ground. After finishing crawling, Hak Lam Nan switched to rolling. After rolling, he flew up again. Soon, Hak Lam Nan overcame the first obstacle. Walking to the door of the secret room, Hak Lam Nan whistled and spoke. Okay, let me see what's inside. Hak Lam Nan used his magical eyes to observe. Hak Lam Nan exclaimed with a panicked face. What? That's it, a letter. With his gold treasure, Hak Lam Nan was so disappointed that he collapsed on the ground. He regained his determination and told himself that he had to see what the letter was hiding in there. Having finished speaking, Hak Lam Nan hit the door. Hak Lam Nan angrily walked inside to observe. He held the letter in his hand and read it with disgust in his eyes. It is written above that the wife can watch many interesting things when she is not at home. Hak Lam Nan then opened the letter and happily said. This is not. Your pants are also taken off, what are you showing me? Does this photo hide anything? It's a waste of my time. The system goddess appeared to remind the host. The zombie the host controlled was killed but earned the host a lot of money. Hak Lam Nan's amount of money at this time is 51,010,200 VND. Hak Lam Nan exclaimed, it's been really hard for the zombie. If the gold storage plan doesn't work out, it's best to upgrade first. The goddess system said, welcoming the host. Hak Lam Nan leveled up and became a martial spirit practitioner. Next is the copper chain with a price of 2,000,000. Hak Lam Nan is in the process of being promoted. He felt the power. Hak Lam Nan exclaimed, it was this power. Much stronger than before. Hak Lam Nan's eye color has also changed. Notification system, successful promotion. Congratulations to the host, upgrading Dong magic to Red DM Dong. After leveling up, you can control 2 zombies at the same time, and also gain the new ability Eagle Eye, the remaining amount is 310,000. Hak Lam Nan happily exclaimed, being able to control 2 zombies at the same time. This is also very family. That's right, what is this Eagle Eye? The goddess system replied, you should slowly discover this yourself. However, after upgrading skills, a new system of functions emerges, 10 times more. The 10-digit number is even higher than the previous round, the prize is also better and the probability is also high. Do you want to try? Hak Lam Nan said. High probability, of course try it. After that, Hak Lam Nan bought the Eagle Eyes at a very high price. His remaining money is only 11,000. The system threw a strange object to Hak Lam Nan. Hak Lam Nan held the shirt in his hand, looked at the lotus flower and looked confused. Hak Lam Nan was bewildered, not understanding what happened. The system goddess said, keep looking, maybe there's something good. Hak Lam Nan angrily replied that he did have this good thing. He held it in his hand and continued, although the toxin extract could not completely cure Tumai's illness, it could reduce her infection. Suddenly, a small box attracted Hak Lam Nan's attention. Hak Lam Nan silently wondered, this is not the case. After that, Hak Lam Nan left. Somewhere, there is a zombie with a long tongue waiting. Hak Lam Nan felt that, he turned his head to look. Hak Lam Nan secretly exclaimed, no good, zombies are difficult to deal with, but that's what caused it. After that, Hak Lam Nan took out a treasure and said, the infrared protection system. At this time, the zombies discovered the existence of Hak Lam Nan. They stuck out their tongues to show their long-standing desire. At this time, the zombie immediately rushed forward to attack Hak Lam Nan. At the same time, Hak Lam Nan successfully activated the infrared rays. Then, a large gun appeared midway. With its massive size, the gun blocked the path of the zombies. An explosion rang out, and just like that, the long-tongued zombie was destroyed. The remaining 2 zombies could only look on in bewilderment. Hak Lam Nan calmly observed his actions. Hak Lam Nan looked at the bodies of 2 zombies. Hak Lam Nan's face suddenly became tense. At this time, the 2 zombies fiercely stared at Hak Lam Nan. Then, they rushed forward quickly. Unfortunately, they activated the agency, causing Hak Lam Nan to exclaim helplessly. Damn it! The agency immediately activated, creating a formation. Hak Lam Nan stood in front of the barrier. He muttered, how could he avoid that? The bullets continuously flew towards Hak Lam Nan. Immediately, the pair of falcons was updated to Hak Lam Nan. He uses a pair of falcons to overcome challenging obstacles. The bullets continuously flew in a random, directionless manner. Hak Lam Nan silently wondered, what's going on? From the start the bullet's speed had slowed down. Could it be that the doujinshi skill of Red DM Dong could be the eagle's eye? Turns out it was like that. The eagle's eye can see the moving trajectory of objects, which gives the brain more reaction time and slows down movements. If so, Hak Lam Nan put his hand in his pocket. He took out a glass of wine. While sipping, Hak Lam Nan easily dodged the hail of bullets. And the zombies here are scared and running away. Hak Lam Nan drank and danced with the rain of bullets. And the zombies are still frantically running away. Truly two different extremes, one person is relaxed, the other is full of bullets in the butt. After a while, Hak Lam Nan yawned and said, a bit sleepy. You should still finish the work quickly. Suddenly, two zombies with ferocious faces turned to look at Hak Lam Nan. They immediately walked closer to the agency, firmly holding the gun in their hands. A fierce explosion rang out, shocking the whole world. Hak Lam Nan appeared in the mist and smoke. He smiled arrogantly. Ha Lam Nan said, at the same time controlling the two zombies plus the eagle eye, then dealing with the evil ghost is no problem at all, now. It's time to move on to the next plan. Hak Lam Nan led two zombies to the front of the casino. He exclaimed in surprise, why is there so much dust and smoke? The sun began to rise higher and the black mist also dispersed. In the garden behind the casino, the scene becomes poetic. Hak Lam Nan walked and sang passionately. Hak Lam Nan secretly said, today he harvested a lot of things. Why did it suddenly get dark? Hak Lam Nan became tense. A giant zombie appeared next to Hak Lam Nan. He stared fiercely at Hak Lam Nan. Evil Devil's eyebrows were angry, he clenched his teeth as if preparing to do something. With Ta Devil's huge body, it blocked out natural light. Hak Lam Nan calmly said, not expecting that I haven't looked for you yet. On the contrary, you brought yourself to the door. The evil devil aggressively bared his ugly teeth. Then, use your hand to hit hard to make the fountain break. He used one hand to crush each large stone, causing smoke and dust to obscure his vision. Hak Lam Nan jumped up high, boldly said, it's my turn. Hak Lam Nan looked proud, as if he had planned it in advance. At the same time, there was a car coming with sharp spikes exposed. Hak Lam Nan looked at him in surprise and then exclaimed. What? The car rushed forward with no signs of stopping. Then, it parked next to Hak Lam Nan. Quachduk raised his hand to Hak Lam Nan and said, buddy, get in the car quickly, evil ghosts are not easy to deal with. Hak Lam Nan looked disgusted and didn't bother to answer. After that, Hak Lam Nan got in the car and the two of them left together. Hak Lam Nan said, thank you, luckily you came in time. Quachduk replied, politely, my friend. At this moment, Ta Devil was extremely angry. Quachduk said, hold on tight, I'll speed up. Evil Ghost took big steps to chase after the car. Its steps caused the ground to shake violently. Quachduk drove the car in a practiced manner, overcoming each obstacle. Unexpectedly, the evil devil blocked the path of the two of them. Hak Lam Nan smiled proudly and said, I say, let me handle this matter. After that, Hak Lam Nan immediately sat in the cockpit. Quachduk asked confusedly, wait, do you know how to drive? Hak Lam Nan replied, sit firmly in, let me see how powerful this car is. Quachduk sat next to him and shouted in fear, hey, look at the road. Hak Lam Nan drove as fast as he could fly, making Quachduk constantly scream. Suddenly there was a sound, the news started, Jayasuk was 86, there were two AE-86s going up the mountain. Hearing this news, Hak Lam Nan immediately sped up. Hak Lam Nan uses his driving skills to drive. Try to overcome the pursuit of the evil devil. The evil ghost blocked Hak Lam Nan's path. Faced with this situation, Hak Lam Nan teasingly said, Ta Kui, aren't you nervous? Hearing these words, Ta Devil was confused and did not understand what was going on. Evil Ghost was angry and stomped his foot hard, causing the ground to crumble. The cars nearby were overturned. Not stopping there, Ta Devil enjoys disrupting everything that stands in his way. Then, Ta Devil reached out to catch the car that Hak Lam Nan was driving. Quachduk realized the dangerous situation. The old man shouted loudly, he drove faster. The evil devil is about to come. Hak Lam Nan smiled and said, sit firmly, the height limit is in front, be careful, head first. When passing through the tunnel, Ta Devil immediately bent down to try to catch the car. Ta Devil stabbed its head straight into the highway tunnel. Its sinewy arms thrust inside, trying to catch Lam Nan. Quachduk breathed a sigh of relief after Lam Nan's unexpected drift. Finally, evil devil has fallen. I said, little guy, you. Lam Nan interrupted him, don't rush, it's still early. As soon as Lam Nan accelerated, Ta Devil's trunk flew across the roof of the car. He adjusted the rearview mirror to make it easier to see. Lam Nan continued to steer and dodge. Of course, Ta Devil's tentacles struggled to catch him. The expressway tunnel is now completely destroyed. The hose hits a straight shot from above. Lam Nan steers. The devil missed again. Kwajtuk didn't have time to put on his seatbelt and kept shaking like a baby in the car. The entire highway tunnel collapsed. Lam Nan rushed through that dust storm. The evil devil was buried under a giant pile of rubble and stone. It gritted and pulled back its strange trunk. Ta Devil stood silently looking at the car's shadow. This crazy guy is really creepy. It smirked a mysterious smile. Late afternoon fell on the city. Lam Nan took Kwajtuk home. He asked in surprise. Why are you in such a dangerous place? Nearby may be the devil's territory. Kwajtuk lamented. This is Dang Ha Hak. There are evil demons. There are very few zombies nearby. I just need to hide from the devil. Kwajtuk smiled brightly. Right. Brothers, I am Kwajtuk. What's your name? Lam Nan chooses his answer. Their name is Ly. My name is Kui Hung. Kwajtuk shook hands to greet. Oh, brother Ly Kui Hung, lucky to meet you. Ly Kui Hung, what's your last name? Haha, little brother really knows how to joke. Kwajtuk respectfully invites you, brother, come this way. My house is right in the building in front. The two of them led each other into an empty hallway. Kwajtuk asked Han. How old are you little brothers this year? Where did you live before? Do you have a girlfriend? Lam Nan thought to himself. This guy is so talkative. Little brother. Up ahead is that room. I took the key. Kwajtuk did not know that a pair of ghostly hands were reaching for him. Lam Nan quickly grabbed that hand tightly. He pulled hard. The witch fell down. That woman is not a ghost. She quickly called. Husband. Lam Nan was startled. Husband? He couldn't believe his eyes. Kwajtuk quickly intervened. Little brother. Quickly let go, that's my wife. Lam Nan was confused. Turns out he still has a wife. Kwajtuk explained. That's right. After the apocalypse occurred, my wife's spirit was not normal. Now I bring my wife and 3 daughters to live here. In the room, 3 women were playing and chatting. The door opened. Lam Nan slowly walked in. Humai was the first person to welcome him. Dad. Dad is finally home. The girl looked at Lam Nan curiously and asked. Who is this? Kwajtuk rubbed his daughter's head and said. This is a friend that Dad just met. Go, pour me a glass of water. Get some food. Lam Nan quietly observed each person one by one. Some of them talked together. Kwajtuk recounted. I went out earlier to look for food. Discovering that brother Ly Kui Hung was being chased by evil ghosts. I originally wanted to save him, but in the end I was saved by him. Tuet Tan continued. So isn't Mr. Ly Kui Hung our benefactor? The girl sat down next to him. Holding Lam Nan's hand. Tuet Tan praised. Older brother. You are so helpful. Vu Fuang also sat next to him and talked to him. Yes, that's right. Lam Nan felt like something was approaching him, not lightly. Kwajtuk looked outside to see. It's also dark. It's very dangerous outside now. The old man offered. Brotherhood. Let's stay here for now. Lam Nan nodded in response. I don't eat much. It won't cause trouble for anyone. Humai walked out of the kitchen. The girl held a plate of food in her hand and offered it to him. You are our benefactor. Come here and eat some food. There is enough food. Lam Nan smiled confidently. That's right. I haven't eaten for several days. Eat very quickly. Then I won't be polite anymore. Humai just received him. He gingerly looked towards Kwajtuk and his wife. After about 30 minutes. The amount of canned food that Lam Nan ate was as high as the roof. Everyone in Kwajtuk's family was amazed by this food mill. Kwajtuk smiled through tears. Ha ha. Little brother, is your food delicious? You also know that men are lacking in the end of the world. My 3 daughters are grown too. You stay and the food is not only yours. But they are also yours. Before that sincere opening statement, Lam Nan's eyes were filled with darkness. Humai first expressed her agreement. Older brother. Stay. I know massage. It might help you feel more comfortable. Tuet Tan and Vu Fuang also attacked. That's right. My father usually saves on these foods. He really respects you. Correct. That's right. Lam Nan laughed with great joy. Ha ha. There is food, there are beautiful women. This treatment is also very enjoyable. Quach Duk was also happy for him. So that means you want it. Lam Nan suddenly interrupted him. But it's still gone. In the end of the world, these junk foods are basically devoid of nutrition. Having 3 wives, my food will definitely be in short supply. Do you understand, fat man? Quach Duk suddenly darkened. Little brother, are you kidding? If it's just this, no man dares to refuse. Or do you have other worries? Maybe there are still family members? He smiled mischievously. If necessary, you bring them here. After all, they are all family members. Lam Nan guessed right. Sure enough, the goal of this greedy guy is Tu Mai and Tu Lu. Dare to save a stranger in front of the devil, in this end of the world, there is already some doubt. What the hell are you talking about, dang ha hack, anything in the devil's nest will absolutely be very safe. One more detail, when I walked in the door I saw this girl with a lot of mud on her body. Lam Nan draws the conclusion that this family is not as harmonious as it seems. So let me see what you guys want to do. Lam Nan activated his dong magic. The whole room was seen through. He was surprised, what a pervert. It seems that the daughter and wife are both fake. They were probably all lucky enough to survive and be controlled by him. A looming shadow standing outside the door made him realize, wait, this is it. Devil, it turns out that crazy person has been standing outside for a long time. Quach Duk impatiently asked Lam Nan, little brother, what did he see? Why, thinking carefully, Lam Nan looked at him again. He stood up and replied, your conditions are okay. But I really like living alone in the end of the world. Thank you Quach Duk brother for the hospitality. Bye-bye. Quach Duk now became cold. Lam Nan left, the whole house was plunged into cold again. Quach Duk stood on the balcony, the girls were now trembling in fear. That, him. Vu Fuang kept talking without saying a word, he's not, what did he find out? Quach Duk didn't say anything, just slapped his hand on her face. Vu Fuang trembled and fell to the ground. Quach Duk shouted, what a useless thing. I can't keep even one person, you guys make me so disappointed. He looked frustrated. Vu Fuang glared at him. She hugged Quach Duk's leg and begged, please, give me a chance. Or you can use a whip to beat me. Vu Fuang was terrified and begged, do whatever you want to me. Tears welled up in her eyes, begging him. Quach Duk just said in a cold voice, eat her, evil ghost slowly walked out. Lift Vu Fuang off the ground. Hold up those straight teeth. Vu Fuang fell in and the evil ghost bit him. It sounds so haunting when it chews. The remaining girls were all scared to death. Quach Duk was satisfied, wasting so much of my food for him. Let him bring the woman next to him here. Quach Duk stepped onto the devil's shoulders. I didn't expect him to not know such a thing. He decided to play cards face up. If soft doesn't work, use hard. Thinking that you can go easily, you're really naive. Quach Duk remembered the beautiful Tu Lu and Tu Mai, those 2 women are mine. That night, Hak Lam Nan walked alone in a small alley. Behind him, there was an eye in the corner watching. More precisely, it looked like a long tentacle, with an eye at the tip, quietly following him. Hak Lam Nan kept walking. Coming to a place, he suddenly stopped and grinned. Then suddenly changed direction. The other tentacle followed a little later. Seeing him speeding up, I followed. But when he reached a certain part of the road, he looked and saw no sign of Hak Lam Nan. Confused eyes looked around. Suddenly, a sound came from a house. The tentacle followed the cry to find the place. Through the window, it looked inside. In that room, there were 2 zombies, one skinny, one fat, dancing. The eye on the tentacle was stunned, not knowing what to comment. It immediately cut off the heads of those 2 zombies. It turned out that the tentacle was controlled by a little evil ghost to track Hak Lam Nan, but when it lost track, it was continuously kicked and cursed by Quach Duk, being stupid. Following someone also makes you lose track, it's really stupid. After beating little evil ghost, he was exhausted and breathless. It seems that we can only use that trick. He pulled the bow and ordered, go. Little Todd Devil carried him along, moving his large body forward. At this time, Hak Lam Nan was standing in front of an old, worn-out stall. A piece of paper suddenly flew over. Looking at its torn corner, he immediately thought of something. This is not a photo from the insurance warehouse. Do I need to get another half? When putting together the photo, Hak Lam Nan was so surprised that he had a speech disorder. Wait, this isn't, that isn't, shit, that's it. If that's the case, then I can't. A moment later, in a large building, on the roof was a large yellow dice. Deep Tulu exclaimed in surprise. What? He said the evil demon has been controlled. But were you and I caught by his gaze? Deep Tulu quickly covered her sister's mouth and signaled. Just keep it small. Then quickly turned to ask. Hak Lam Nan, did you pay attention to anything when you returned? I guess that fat guy won't stop. Hak Lam Nan replied, holding a bag in his hand. Of course, so we have to take the medicine quickly. Leave this place. He laid out a pile of medicine and said. Red toxin, hydrogen peroxide, alcohol, and anti-infection drugs. Don't look anymore, there's another treasure here. Hak Lam Nan put down a box. The two sisters watched him open it curiously. Inside was a sniper gun, surprising both of them. Deep Tulu picked up the gun and asked. Hak Lam Nan, where did you get it? He immediately waved his hand and said. Come over here a bit, I'll talk to you too. The two innocent sisters drew closer. Hak Lam Nan turned on the lighter and spoke solemnly. This is confidential, you two cannot tell anyone else. These supplies are all from me. There was a hook out of his pants, his hand pointed down. The two people looked at each other and were speechless. He even laughed and said that the two of them could try. The two girls knew they were being teased and looked at him with murderous intent. But Hak Lam Nan is still trying to catch up. This place of mine not only has supplies, but also has a whirlpool acceleration jet. The next second, he was dragged on the ground by Deep Tulu. In her hand she held a huge mace. He struggled desperately but failed. What followed was a scene of heaven and earth fire. The sound of beatings rang out, Deep Tulu even had to lift the sign prohibiting looking up. A moment later, Hak Lam Nan, all bruised, came out to ask. Little tears. Okay? She replied. Almost done. Her eyes were sharp and questioning. Hey, were you peeping just now? Hak Lam Nan jumped up and objected. I don't want it. After applying medicine to herself, Deep Tulu came to help apply medicine to her sister. She gently advised. Sister, bear with me a little. Deep Tulu lay down on the bed. Take off your shirt. Tulu took off the gauze roll. The wound seems a bit painful. So when the medicine was applied, Deep Tulu couldn't help but frown. Let out a groan. Wounds are treated carefully to avoid infection. Suddenly, there seemed to be a slight tremor. The alcohol bottle on the table suddenly shook slightly. Changing my sister's bandage. When Deep Tulu saw it, she wondered. Earthquake? Hak Lam Nan also felt it. Just use eye magic to see what happens. Outside, the little evil ghost was moving closer to them. In its hand it carried Quach Duk. He is extremely pleased. The corner of his mouth slightly lifted into a smirk. Little Ta Devil roared loudly. The sound of its screaming was resounding. Shocked the whole neighborhood. Hak Lam Nan couldn't help but think. Turns out it was. I don't know what to do. Little Ta Devil's feet stomped on the ground. It spewed out a stream of white gas again. When its body comes into contact with the gas, it immediately explodes. Blue veins like crawling worms. Even its face swelled bigger. He sat down on the ground, clasping his hands together. Long tentacles moved flexibly. Little Ta Devil opened his mouth wide again. Below its throat emitted a beam of light. Under the loud sound, everything around was immediately affected. The truck and the car tilted and collided. The windows of the abandoned building were shattered. Around Little Ta Devil's body emitted yellow light rings. Then, a large yellow ball appeared. Surrounded all. Looking at this scene, Hak Lam Nan was surprised. A strong wind blew, causing Deep Tulu to close her eyes. Deep Tulu also had to hold her skirt back to avoid riding it up too high. Hak Lam Nan thought to himself, what does the evil ghost want to do? Could it be that Hak Lam Nan tried reaching out to feel the air? That's not right, it's a diphthong. The sound waves curled up, the amplitude transmitted into Tu Ta Kui's ears. Its eyes lit up. Hak Lam Nan was tense at the same time. Tong, our position. It's been revealed. At the same time, Little Ta Devil pointed in one direction. Show Quach Duk their location. Quach Duk held his head in shock and scolded. Damn it, screaming hurts my ears to death. Wanna force me to use a special move? Hiding there, right? Damn it, go over there and get them. Little Todd Devil listened to him. Immediately stand up and stomp your feet on the ground. He raised his legs and knelt down to gain momentum. Then accelerate and run forward. Deep Tulu immediately screamed and ran quickly. Then she stepped onto the windowsill. Jump really high out. On the other side, the evil ghost chased at a fast speed. With its huge body, wherever it runs, it will break and break. Deep Tulu was a bit shocked. The evil ghost jumped high, where it gained momentum. A column of smoke and dust rose, its body rushed forward. Then he kicked down right where she was standing, creating a strong shock. Deep Tulu landed on the ground and quickly retreated back. Little Todd Devil then bent down and stared at her. Deep Tulu frowned and wiped the wound on her face. Quachduk's cackling laughter rang out. I saw you, beauty. Deep Tulu turned around and ran away. He immediately raised his voice and called out. Hey, little girl, don't run. Let me chase you and see, if I can chase you, I'll give it to you, hee hee. Seeing that Deep Tulu was about to run out of sight, Quachduk immediately gave the order to capture her, Todd Devil. Immediately, Todd Devil stretched out his arm, a few centimeters away from catching her. Deep Tulu shouted in horror, save her life. Quachduk smirked and said, stop running. No matter how much you run, you won't be able to escape the evil devil's sound. However, when Todd Devil's hand opened, Deep Tulu was nowhere to be seen. He was surprised. Where are you? Todd Devil looked around searching. Quachduk called out in a long voice. Beauty, where are you hiding? Deep Tulu's figure appeared again. He laughed, seeing me. Baby, I'm here. Little Todd Devil jumped up and chased Deep Tulu. It landed hard inside the building she had just run into. It carefully placed Quachduk on the ground. He looked around and smirked. Why run into the casino? Then there's no way, dear. Quach stood and stepped down from the devil's hands. He even deliberately adjusted the suit he was wearing and smiled and said, I have to see, what game do you want to play with me? Then he immediately turned on the back brake light. He turned the light into a dark street and began his search. The weak flashlight shines on the road. Quachduk called out as he walked, where is your baby hiding? He seemed to see someone, like he was hooded. Because it's dark, I don't know if it's Deep Tulu or not. He grinned. The flashlight shined, and the person immediately hid behind the wall. He walked up to the statue, raised his hand to touch the other person's shoulder, dear, here I come. But suddenly, he was thrown straight in the face by a pink towel. When he took it down, he still didn't know anything but was still interested in asking, no, I've thought it through. Then that's right. But this smell is a bit strange. Just as he was stunned, a hand reached out. Without letting him react, he slapped Quachduk hard in the face. The force of the slap was so strong that he distorted one side of his face. Knocked him out for a while, obnoxious. Quachduk fell face down on the ground. He covered his face and stammered, why is your power so strong? Also, your voice, what's wrong? How come? At this time, the light is a little clearer. Hak Lam Nan took off his hat. Quachduk looked surprised. Men? Hak Lam Nan smiled and asked, doesn't Big Brother recognize this little brother? Quachduk now analyzed the situation. He gritted his teeth and questioned, are you the guy who ran out of the tunnel? Hak Lam Nan let out a sigh of admiration. Looks like you're not that stupid. Quachduk couldn't help but be angry at that time. He immediately picked up his bow tie and shouted an order to kill him for me. Evil Ghost finished speaking and the ground began to shake again. The evil ghost appeared and swung his fist at Hak Lam Nan. The huge fist came closer and closer to him. Quachduk laughed proudly, you go in. Hak Lam Nan chuckled. Then he took off his coat and threw it high. Evil Devil's eyes turned red and he looked down to see what he was going to do. I only saw the shirt and skirt impersonating Deep Tulu on the ground. And Hak Lam Nan was already wearing another outfit. Little Todd Devil widened his eyes and stood still looking at him. Currently, he was wearing a long pink shirt that looked more like a woman's outfit. Quachduk exclaimed in shock and cold sweat. What happened? Could it be that you are? Little Todd Devil suddenly became as bright as a flower when he saw Hak Lam Nan in this form. Quachduk didn't understand what was happening, so he blurted out and cursed, what kind of reaction is this evil ghost? Next, Hak Lam Nan took out something with a surface full of thorns. He threw it on the ground in front of Quachduk. Then he pretended to wink and said, Little Todd Devil. Let him kneel down, and after finishing speaking, blow a kiss to him. His laugh hi hi ha ha transmitted to Little Todd Devil, making it stunned. Quachduk was quiet at first. Then he held his head and laughed loudly. Do you think anyone can control the evil demon? You stupid name, it's really a dream. While he was proud, suddenly his whole body was picked up by the evil ghost. It forced him to kneel on that round, thorny object. His knee was even bleeding. Quachduk distorted his face and shouted. Painful. Haklam Nan smiled coldly and said. It's not done yet. He formed his hands into a heart shape and shot at Little Ta Devil. Let's try this next. Little Ta Devil happily signaled okay. Quachduk's sweat and snot mixed together. He bit his lip and endured. Haklam Nan didn't know when he was standing behind him. He kicked him and forced him to the ground. Feet stepped on him. In his hand he still held a whip. The whipping lesson begins. Quachduk panicked. Wait a minute. What do people want to do? Haklam Nan ignored him. He immediately whipped down. His buttocks were whipped repeatedly. It hurts so much that it becomes red and swollen. He trembled and begged. It hurts like hell. Quickly stop. Haklam Nan asked with a smirk. What's up? Don't people like to play this way? I see that your house hides quite a few of these things. Quachduk trembled and felt guilty. How do people know? If you want to play, I can give you my wife and daughter. Haklam Nan immediately frowned. Wife and daughter? Aren't those people virtuous beings? Not someone who uses the devil to kill men and sell women. Occupy land and become king? But, I find it interesting. How did people learn the devil's orders? Quachduk gritted his teeth, not knowing what to say. His butt was beaten and it hurt. After a long struggle, he decided to tell the truth. Because of my luck, before the accident, I was just a security guard in the nearby area. Last winter, Lao Kim and I went to the casino to look for food. Old Kim urged impatiently. Hey, Quachduk, please move faster for me. Slow and sluggish. If the zombies don't come, we'll throw people out there. Quachduk rummaged around for a while and then got bored and cursed, damn it, there's nothing. Suddenly, he turned and saw a skeleton wearing a luxurious vest. Just curious, what is this? I don't know why, at that time I really wanted to wear that high-class suit. Just wanted to test what it feels like to have money. So he immediately took it and put it on his body. Old Kim was looking out and exclaiming at that time. Wow, this heavenly devil. When he turned back, he saw that Quachduk had finished wearing the suit and was confused. Quachduk, what are you doing? Quachduk stroked his curly beard and said, he really talks a lot, so it's okay. Suddenly, the place they were standing shook. Old Kim thought it was an earthquake. As a result, an unexpected situation happened. Old Kim leaned against the pillar and looked out wondering, but why was this earthquake so intense? Through Old Kim's eyes, a large hand was reaching out to them. We encountered the legendary devil. Little Ta Devil's red eyes looked inside. Quachduk was scared and sat down on the ground, stuttering. What the hell is that? The little evil ghost's hand reached towards him. Quachduk quickly crawled back and cried out, saving his life. Don't eat me, save my life. At that time, I thought I was dead, but I didn't expect that it was the devil. It just gently touched his head without doing anything. It really forgave him. After that, I discovered that as long as I wear this outfit, the devil will not harm me, even. Haklam Nan continued, even if he just made a certain move, evil ghost would follow him, obey his orders. He approached him and asked, do you know why? Quachduk quietly said, why? Haklam Nan immediately took out a photo and held it in front of him, here. In the photo is a small baby being rubbed on the head by a woman in a pink shirt, and the man lying next to him is also very fond of it. His hand even placed on the bow tie exactly like Quachduk's movements. He couldn't help but be stunned. This was the baby. This is the appearance of Ta Devil before mutating. Haklam Nan confirmed that yes, his father's suit and his familiar movements made him consider him his father. Quachduk immediately remembered his appearance just now, so he could order Ta Ghost. Is it because of the makeup and imitating Ta Devil's mother's movements? Haklam Nan laughed and asked back, what do you think? Quachduk immediately knelt down and begged, big brother, sorry, I will change my ways, please forgive me. I will return and release those women. Each time he bowed his head, he took a few more steps back. Haklam Nan coldly said, I don't care if you are good or bad. But you shouldn't hit a woman. So, if you still see me in your next life. Haklam Nan's eyes became cold. Quachduk suddenly took out a bottle of green liquid and popped the stopper. He didn't want to waste anything, so he put it in his mouth and drank it all. Haklam Nan curled his fists in warning, remembering to know the way back. The powerful fist hit him straight in the middle of his stomach. Quach Duke's eyes turned white and even spurted blood. Under Hak Lam Nan's feet, the floor soon cracked due to his force. Quach Duke was knocked back a few meters. It wasn't until he hit the game consoles that he stopped. Hak Lam Nan turned around to leave. At this moment, the empty bottle of blue liquid fell down and cracked. Behind him, Quach Duke's continuous coughing sound came. That vial of fluid also shot at Hak Lam Nan's feet. He turned to look and a horror scene happened. Black streaks appeared on Quach Duke's entire body. They slowly spread throughout the body. Hak Lam Nan frowned. He spoke in a thick voice. Not you. Gratefully passed early. Quach Duke's eyes are now red. Those black things seemed to come out of his eyes. But the hole in his body seemed to be connected by them. I must say it was a very terrible scene. Hak Lam Nan only now noticed the bottle at his feet. He picked it up and looked at it and was surprised. This is you. Is the ability born again? I didn't expect that at the end of the world there would still be this type of functional drink. The wound on Quach Duke's body gradually became smaller. He said proudly. Little brother. You are very good. But you forced me to use this. Something has already been used. Then. Today you will definitely die in my hands. He went from staggering steps to speeding up and rushing towards Hak Lam Nan. The distance between the two is getting closer and closer. Hak Lam Nan turned towards him. Toes turned up. He raised his hand provocatively. Come. Quach Duke rushed forward. Hands reached behind his back. His face was hit by Hak Lam Nan's punch. Once again the side of his head was blown off. But he still leaned forward behind him. When I touched his shirt. He immediately held Hak Lam Nan's body and backed away. He was quite surprised to see that. Still alive? He immediately raised his foot. Stepped on his ankle. Seconds later, both of them separated. Quach Duke stepped back. He collapsed to the ground, gasping for air. But suddenly a dangerous smile appeared on his mouth. Quach Duke, with half of his head crushed and a torn piece of pink shirt dirty, laughed. You've been tricked. He then raised his hand. Tear the fabric into shreds. Only now did Hak Lam Nan pay attention to his back. What? You pretend to want to fight to the death with me, but your goal is to tear my clothes. Take back control of the evil demon. He was still quite surprised in his heart right now. Unexpectedly, this drink can be reborn again. Quach Duke's face has been restored. He used a towel to wipe away the blood. Guess right. But it was too late, he rubbed the red bow on his neck again. Seeing that, Hak Lam Nan was stunned. At this moment, out of nowhere, Little Ta Ghost jumped up again. The place it landed was where Hak Lam Nan had just stood. Quach Duke laughed with satisfaction. Very beautiful. But he could not rejoice for long. From the dust and smoke, Hak Lam Nan's figure appeared. He said with a smirk. I haven't played enough yet. If that's the case, then I'll clean both of you up. Quach Duke was confused at first and backed away. But a second later, he immediately spoke into the bow tie. Kill it, evil devil. Immediately, Ta Devil clasped his hands and jumped down to face Hak Lam Nan. Hak Lam Nan spoke again in a low tone. Red DM Copper. The ground suddenly became violently moving. Large rocks and flying objects blocked Hak Lam Nan's path. Hak Lam Nan is not afraid at all. He calmly observed the situation. He used copper diodes to observe, everything became more accurate. The ferocious evil ghost is attacking Hak Lam Nan. One step of his made the ground shake. Explosions rang out creating a savage sound. The stones were pushed away by pressure. Thick smoke and dust obscured Ta Devil's vision. Hak Lam Nan is hanging on a small rope. Hak Lam Nan called loudly, hey, here, little evil ghost. His eyes weren't dark, just a bit slow. Hearing these words made Ta Devil angry. He used his long tentacles to attack Hak Lam Nan. A blow from Ta Devil caused the wall behind him to collapse. Another tentacle rushed like the wind. The evil demon uses weapons to create tentacles that shoot forward. It created a formation, a network blocking Hak Lam Nan's way. At this time, Hak Lam Nan calmly avoided each attack. Hak Lam Nan said with steady eyes, I caught you. Hak Lam Nan used his hand to hold the devil's tentacle. Holding the tentacle in his hand, Hak Lam Nan seemed to have his own calculations. Ta Devil grimaced in pain, he looked angry. Taking advantage of that opportunity, Hak Lam Nan tied Ta Devil's arm tightly. Hak Lam Nan said proudly, little evil ghost, do you only have these few moves? Well then, it's our turn. Having finished speaking, Hak Lam Nan immediately rushed forward. He rushed towards Ta Devil's head. Hak Lam Nan stood on Ta Devil's neck. After that, Hak Lam Nan used a rope to tightly wrap around Ta Devil's body. Realizing that the situation was not good, Ta Kui looked confused and looked after him. Hak Lam Nan quickly passed the rope over his head. Soon, the final knot was completed. After everything was done, Hak Lam Nan immediately left. Evil Ghost quickly raised his hand and hit him hard on the head. After that, Hak Lam Nan confidently jumped and landed coolly on the ground. Quach Duk stood to the side with a surprised face and silently said, Is this person a monster? Fighting with the evil devil still has the upper hand. Hak Lam Nan arrogantly said, Is that all you have, little evil ghost? Quach Duk heard that. He silently exclaimed, Damn it, the effects of my medicine are about to wear off. Run first and then count. After that, Quach Duk turned and left. The old man walked away, smiling strangely. At the same time, Deep Tulu passed him. Quach Duk sensed something unusual. Suddenly, Deep Tulu pulled out his knife. Coldly slashed Quach Duk's body. Quach Duk looked confused, showing pain and discomfort. The old man turned his head and looked surprised. Is it you? Immediately, Quach Duk's wound was restored. The old man angrily said, Damn it, even though I can reincarnate. But being cut is very painful, do you know? Having finished speaking, Quach Duk immediately rushed to attack Deep Tulu. Suddenly, a ray of light flashed through Quach Duk's body, causing a hole in his body. Quach Duk was in pain and screamed loudly. How is that possible? Quach Duk fell to his knees on the ground. From the opposite building, someone appeared. He pointed the gun at Quach Duk. That is Deep Tumai, who is secretly supporting Deep Tulu. Quach Duk said angrily. How can you have sniper rifles? Deep Tulu replied coldly. You should still worry about your little life first. Deep Tulu pointed the knife into Quach Duk's eyes. She said. Big brother Lam Nan said it. Today you can only die in this place. Deep Tulu's eyes became sharp. In the quiet night in a small neighborhood, in a certain building, noises rang out. Suddenly, there was a continuous knocking on the door. There are two girls hiding in this room. The girl in the white dress said tremblingly. It's gone. The zombies are here. Here we come. Total is gone. We're all about to die. We're about to die. As soon as he finished speaking, a fierce footstep sounded. The door immediately opened, causing the two of them to panic and not dare to move. A scary black figure appeared in front of him. A familiar voice spoke up. Hugh Mai, why did you lock the door? Tuet Tan asked curiously. What are you doing? Hugh Mai replied tremblingly. Why you? I still thought zombies were coming? Tuet Tan said. Are you stupid? I've been outside the door calling for so long. Let's not talk about this anymore. I just climbed to the top floor and saw the damn fat guy and the devil had gone to the casino. Looks like they can't go back right away. Now is our best chance to escape. Hugh Mai looked surprised and asked. Escape? After that, Hugh Mai burst into laughter and exclaimed. That's good, the girl in the white dress continued. When Quach Duk comes back, he will kill us. This news is truly yours. Before he could finish speaking, Hugh Mai continued, arriving at the right time. On the other side, Hak Lam Nan is trying to deal with the evil devil. The evil devil was now tied up tightly. Soon, he was able to successfully break the ropes. Realizing that the situation was about to get bad, Hak Lam Nan quickly ran away. Ta Devil raised his hand and placed it above his head. He struggled with all his might to untie the rope. The devil was now angry. The eyes were red. Hak Lam Nan frowned and thought, could he escape so quickly? The devil used his hand to hit the ground hard. He continuously attacked Hak Lam Nan. At this time, Hak Lam Nan took advantage of the opportunity to approach Ta Devil. He quickly climbed up on the devil's shoulders. Then he jumped up directly in front of Ta Devil. How Lam Nan uses 18 moves in Kin Tian Dong Dia. Seriously, the universal right to attack the evil devil. Hak Lam Nan hit Ta Devil's chest, causing him to immediately fall to the ground with a thud. Ta Devil fell painfully and lay on the ground. His face was distorted, but he was soon recovering. Hak Lam Nan secretly said, it seems that if it is only destroyed locally, it will quickly regenerate. Little devil, you're very good at taking beatings, right? So what happens next when trying to explode that person's head? On the other side, Deep Tulu and Deep Tulu went somewhere. Quach Duk was pushed to the horizon, the sword pointed straight at his face. Deep Tulu rolled her eyes and thought, the wound is starting to regenerate. The medicine he took could cure her infectious disease. Deep Tulu asked, hey, what did you drink just now? Quach Duk said arrogantly, that's good stuff, no matter how injured you are, just drink it and you'll recover completely. Do you want it? Just let me go and I will. Before he could finish speaking, his heart suddenly tightened. Quach Duk screamed in pain, what's going on, my Tam? So painful, so hot. This is the side effect that the red guy said. Damn, it looks like the medicine's effectiveness is about to wear off, so let's run away quickly. Deep Tulu asked confusedly, what happened? Something seemed wrong. His body began to transform. Quach Duk Hong said in fear, my hand feels like it was burned by fire. Quach Duk collapsed on the ground in pain. Deep Tulu boldly approached to observe. Deep Tulu wondered silently, this is what it is. On the other side, Hak Lam Nan took the opportunity to use the rope to tie up the devil. Then, use your power fist on his body. Hak Lam Nan secretly said, this little devil even knows how to use his hands to cover his head. It seems that after having my head broken, I became smarter. Then let's try this trick next. Hak Lam Nan's face became determined. Ta Devil's face gradually changed. Hak Lam Nan quickly approached Ta Devil's upper body. At this time, Ta Devil looked confused before this world situation. Evil Ghost glanced bitterly at Hak Lam Nan. After determining Hak Lam Nan's location, he struck a blow downwards. Faced with this situation, a zombie controlled by Hak Lam Nan became panicked. A dunk was directed at that zombie. Smoke and dust covered the entire sky. The zombie controlled by Hak Lam Nan continuously launches humorous attacks. This angered Ta Devil's self-esteem. He immediately took action to remove the thorn in his eye. Those zombies were unharmed. It continuously teased the devil's patience. At this time, the devil's anger had reached its peak. He continuously attacks zombies. Hak Lam Nan saw this scene. He thought to himself, just like he thought, the red DM bronze could still control the zombie's body. But little devil, just worrying about what's in front of you won't do. Hak Lam Nan took advantage of Ta Devil's loophole and soon climbed onto his shoulder. Sensing something unusual, Ta Devil then glared at him. He quickly raised his hand and hit him hard on the ear. This blow made Ta Devil unable to stand firmly. Hak Lam Nan thought to himself, a good opportunity, this little evil ghost's neck bones were already broken. This is the moment. Suddenly, a violent explosion rang out. Hak Lam Nan stood tall on the devil's shoulders, causing the evil ghost to look at him in surprise. Hak Lam Nan used the earth-shattering 18 branches of consciousness to create an ultimate attack. Look at the reflection in the devil's eyes. The power of this attack made the evil demon confused. Hak Lam Nan used a flying horse and a flying star punch to hit Ta Devil, causing the devil's body to crack into pieces. His mind was dizzy and he continuously screamed loudly. Immediately, his head was destroyed. Ta Devil's face showed surprise at this attack. Ta Devil fell on the ground painfully. His body suddenly became stiff. Hak Lam Nan calmly did not keep quiet and followed. Hak Lam Nan said, you just lie here and rest a bit, little devil. Ta Devil's body now began to change. Deep Tulu shouted loudly. Mr. Lam Nan, quickly come here and take a look. When Hak Lam Nan heard this, he looked surprised and said, it seems that the little child's side has already finished the matter. Hak Lam Nan immediately went to Deep Tulu's place. The two approached in front of Quach Duk. At this moment, Quach Duk whispered in pain, how could this be possible? How is that possible? That person clearly told me that the side effect is just muscle laxity. Is it possible that it will become like that? No. Hak Lam Nan came closer and said hello, Quach Duk Quinn. Hak Lam Nan took out something to show Quach Duk and said, this thing. Who gave it to you? Hak Lam Nan stared at Quach Duk with sharp eyes. When hearing him ask this question, Quach Duk was speechless. At this time, Quach Duk's body began to melt. Quach Duk was so angry that he was shaking. He said, I have to go find him, I have to. Hak Lam Nan asked, who is he? Was it the person who gave you the medicine? Where is he now? Quach Duk thought for a moment then replied, where is he? Where is here? Aren't we working? Hearing these words, Deep Tulu asked confusedly, has he lost his memory? This damn fat guy, is he pretending? Suddenly, the light bulb on the ceiling broke and fell out. Immediately fell directly towards Hak Lam Nan. Sensing the dangerous situation, he turned around to look. Hak Lam Nan quickly raised his hand to push Deep Tulu back. Hak Lam Nan said, "Hurry up, it's about to collapse here, let's go out first." Deep Tulu hesitantly said, "But." Quach Duk saw the two of them leave. The old man was scared and quickly shouted, "Don't leave me. I'm in so much pain, please help me quickly. I can help you guard the door, be loyal to your position, and maintain your position." Hearing these words, Hak Lam Nan turned his head to look and silently wondered, how did this fat guy turn into a crazy guard? Could it be his memory? Back in the past, Quach Duk continued, staff entering and exiting had to register. Hak Lam Nan thought to himself, it seems that the real side effects of this drink are really strong. It's a pity that I couldn't ask about the origin of this medicine. Quach Duk said, strictly punish suspicious employees. The area is prohibited for parking, and at the same time, a rock collapsed from the foot of the house. Directly pressing on Quach Duk's body, a fierce sound rang out, smoke and dust flying. Luckily for him, Evil Devil came to his rescue in time. Quach Duk burst into tears, his eyes filled with tears, he turned around and exclaimed. I only saw Ta Devil breathing heavily. An unpleasant expression stared at Quach Duk. Ta Ghost looked panicked and kept saying something that Quach Duk couldn't understand. Quach Duk said confusedly, who are you? Monster. Quach Duk was weak and afraid of the devil's appearance. When Ta Ghost stretched out his hand towards Quach Duk, he shouted in panic. The monster wants to eat me. Save my life, don't eat me, I don't want to die, I'm so scared. Little Quach Duk curled up in a corner. At the same time, the building began to collapse. Large rocks fell from above to the bottom. Quach Duk was scared and kept praying, I can't die, I can't die. Go away, monster. Go die, Ta Devil raised his big hand to shield Quach Duk. At this time, the building began to collapse, and a large dice fell. Quach Duk looked confused and looked up at Ta Devil. Suddenly, Ta Devil was moved with tears and called loudly 2 times, 3. Hearing these 2 sounds made Quach Duk suddenly freeze. At the same time, the dice fell and crushed the evil devil to the ground. The words kept echoing in Quach Duk's head. Husband, I'm awake, go and hug me quickly. Come here, hey, wife, my baby peed the bed. Honey, if you don't cry, mommy will change your diaper. My dear, I brought you lots of delicious food. Hey, husband, I'm still young. That can't be eaten. Just eat a little, good dog. Next time we'll eat secretly. Is it possible? Honey. Darling, the happy pasts of Quach Duk's family were recreated. It's a lovely picture of a little boy calling. Baba. Back to reality, the evil devil has been crushed and buried under the rubble. Deep Tulu said with a confused face. Is it over? Hak Lam Nan replied coldly. No, not yet. As soon as he finished speaking, the ground began to shake violently. The dice began to be lifted up. A pair of sharp eyes appeared. Deep Tulu, along with Deep Tumai and Hak Lam Nan, came closer to observe the situation. Deep Tumai took the lead, Deep Tulu followed to observe everything. Follow the light. They went to a place. Deep Tulu said. Here we come. This is where the light shines. Deep Tumai looked surprised and said. In dice. There is also an insurance cabinet. But without the password, how can I open it? Deep Tulu smiled proudly and replied. It's simple. Just hitting it directly is fine. Done talking. Deep Tulu took out a sharp knife. Deep Tulu walked closer to the front. She gave a strong slash with her hand. Unexpectedly, Deep Tulu's knife was broken into 3. Witness this scene. Deep Tulu's mouth was wide open. Hak Lam Nan pushed Deep Tulu and Deep Tumai away and said. You can't do that. Look at me. Hak Lam Nan started his arms and legs to prepare for action. Hak Lam Nan approached the password door. He continuously pressed each digit on the password door. The faster Hak Lam Nan pressed, the more frantic he became. It turned out that Hak Lam Nan already had the password. Deep Tulu and Deep Tumai saw the picture in their hands. The 2 people exclaimed in surprise. Picture. Code. Deep Tulu and Deep Tumai expressed surprise at this action. Soon. Hak Lam Nan has entered the last number. A stream of light soared high. Hak Lam Nan then followed with his eyes. The door began to move according to the secret room. Right after that, the door was opened. Inside are mountains of gold and silver. Dollar coins piled up in piles. Hak Lam Nan silently exclaimed. Yellow. Sure enough, I guessed correctly. As expected of being the casino's treasure trove. The money here is enough for me to return to my original world once. Deep Tulu asked curiously. Big brother Lam Nan, how do you know the password to the safe? Hack Lam Nan held up the photo and said, everyone see for yourself. After the virus broke out at the end of the world. The owner of this casino wants to keep the gold. Wait until the virus is destroyed before you can use it again. In order to prevent others from opening this golden cabinet, he wrote the password on a photo. Then tear the photo into 2 pieces. Half is hidden in his office. I found it. The rest was in his vest pocket. Until after his death, Quachduk took his clothes away. But that fat guy, after putting on his suit, didn't pay attention to the other half of the photo. Even when I was watching, I wasn't careful and dropped it. So it was just a coincidence that I got 2 photos with that code. Pick up a great bargain. It turns out that's the case. But what do you need this gold for? Now gold is basically worthless. This pile of gold is not even as precious as a jar of water. Then I'll do magic for everyone to see. Deep Tulu exclaimed in confusion. Huh? Don't. Definitely don't dig something out of your crotch. Hack Lam Nan raised his hand to touch the gold and said, everyone, look carefully. Hack Lam Nan slowly clenched his fists. After that, Hack Lam Nan slowly sat down on the ground to do something. He used the system's ability to start counting gold. The system says the gold balance is more than 200,000. Seeing this number, Deep Tulu exclaimed in surprise. Is this magic? Hack Lam Nan replied, it seems that this is the time to tell everyone my true identity. Hack Lam Nan continued, actually I come from another world. Hearing these words, Deep Tulu stared with wide eyes, and the atmosphere became quiet. Deep Tulu wondered, so, do you want to find gold to return to the original world? Deep Tulu secretly said, what he said was too absurd, but if he didn't say that, it would be impossible to explain his incomplete food, and the disappearance of a lot of gold. Deep Tulu asked again, will you come back again? Hearing this question, Hack Lam Nan pondered for a while. He gently stroked Deep Tulu's head and replied, of course. Deep Tulu witnessed this scene and quickly raised her hand to cover her mouth in surprise. Hack Lam Nan continued, my woman is still here, why can't she come back? Seeing that Hack Lam Nan's actions were a bit unusual, Deep Tulu asked in confusion, who is your woman? Deep Tulu expressed anger at this action. At this moment, Hack Lam Nan's face was frozen, not knowing what to say. Deep Tulu made a protest against Hack Lam Nan's words. This action caused Hack Lam Nan too much pain. He seemed to fall into 18 levels of hell. Hack Lam Nan sat up high, Deep Tulu and Deep Tulu sat below. Hack Lam Nan said, hey, the sun has already risen, why don't you come out? As soon as he finished speaking, signs of movement began to appear from within the rubble. A large hand suddenly rushed upward. Mud splashed behind Deep Tulu. She couldn't help but be surprised, there was another zombie hidden behind. The zombie broke through the mud and jumped high. Its foot kicked hard against a stone pillar to gain momentum. Then he rushed straight towards where Hack Lam Nan was sitting. The 2 sisters worriedly reminded Mr. Lam Nan to be careful. Immediately, Hack Lam Nan glanced over. He used just one hand to squeeze the zombie's mouth tightly. Surprisingly, when you look closely at the zombie, it just looks like a child. Hack Lam Nan quickly grabbed him tightly, making it impossible for him to run anywhere. Hack Lam Nan mocked and said, okay, little evil ghost, with such a small body, the strength is also great, right? Deep Tulu wondered, what? Are you saying he is the devil? Deep Tulu continued, but why did he become so small? Hack Lam Nan replied that he was originally small, his previous giant form was probably his ability. Previously, when I was at Quachduk's house, I saw the baby in his body. At that time, I discovered that evil devils were not ordinary giant zombies that simply turned into monsters. He was like a child following orders from me and the fat guy. This proves that the child's own consciousness is the essence of the devil. After I saw the drink that could cause Guada's physical body to regenerate. I also want to keep Ta Devil to study the relationship between them. But the building collapsed too quickly, before the river reached the front of the building, I could still see tears in Ta Devil's eyes. Hack Lam Nan sighed and continued. I discovered that I still didn't know much about this world. So, little Ta Devil, when he heard him calling, Ta Devil raised his eyes and followed. Hack Lam Nan used one hand to pick up Ta Devil's burns on his hand. Hack Lam Nan glanced at him and said, tell me what you know. Little Ta Devil's uncooperative attitude angered Hack Lam Nan with his rude actions. Seeing this, Hack Lam Nan immediately dropped Ta Devil to the ground. Causing the evil ghost to fall on the ground, Hack Lam Nan said, not coordinated, right? Little Ta Devil tried to sit on the ground and raised his hand to wipe the sweat from his face.
Hack Lam Nan threw out a few threatening blows and said, "Come try this afternoon."
At this moment, Little Ta Devil looked angry and clenched his teeth. Little Ta Devil immediately rushed towards Hack Lam Nan, using speed as fast as a wind to attack him. Suddenly, Hack Lam Nan took out a nipple and placed it directly in the Little Ta Devil's mouth.
This made the little devil calm down. Its eyes became filled with emotion.
Memories of the past suddenly came rushing back. "Husband, I'm still young, I can't eat that, let me just eat a little." "No, good child, next time we'll eat secretly.
Don't let mom know if it's okay or not. Remember those happy moments." Suddenly the little devil exclaimed.
"Dad, Dad, Mom," Little Ta Devil's eyes suddenly became innocent. This makes even the boss surprised.